Oh, wake up! Wake up! Everybody, wake up! Hey, this is Johnny P. I'm awake.
Uh,
I'm here with Dave, Rob, and Vinny. Hey, dudes.
hey
Hey,
guys. Hey Vinny, how you doing?
hey, Rob, how you doing?
What's
Good.
happening, guys?
Dave,
Nothing
what's
much.
up, my man?
Yeah. So I guess we're going to talk about some guitars, and we have a lot of questions. We've been stockpiling a lot of questions from people, just asking all kinds of different things, and so I think we'll take this opportunity to address a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, that would be great.
That'll be great.
So I'll grab some of those. Let me share some links real quick. I'll just do it from here. So I won't have to turn my camera off. Okay. Let's see.
Hey, Dave,
Yes.
I saw your video on, I guess you were at some guitar place
Oh, at
testing.
the Music Zoo. I was at the Music Zoo. My video on that new Wolfgang.
How's that sound?
That guitar is a pretty wonderful guitar. I didn't buy it. I put a deposit on it, but I did not buy it. I'm thinking about it. We'll see what happens. I just bought a couple guitars, and I need to save my money, but I may have to find a way to buy that guitar. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. By the way, Rob, tell us a little bit about your guitar there.
Um, well, this is a guitar that I just finished. Some of you guys might have seen it on the links, VH links. I posted it up there. This is my freshly painted and relic Neptune guitar, Kramer Neptune guitar. Just finished it last week. This is a guitar that I've never done before. I've always wanted to do one. It was never a guitar that I really ever thought I would do because it just never was really a real popular Kramer among the Eddie Van Halen camp. I mean, I think Eddie only when he built it, and there's pictures of him building and painting this guitar or ruining the paint job of this guitar, depending on who you talk to. um, and then he played it, I think, at the NAMM show, and that was the NAMM show, and that was it. And it's been, at different Hard Rock cafes or whatever over the years. And I'll just show you this picture real quick. When I was out in Los Angeles, California, Hollywood, about a year and a half ago, I got an opportunity to actually see this guitar up close, and took a bunch of pictures of it. That was me right out there, checking it out. I really enjoyed seeing it, obviously face to face, and I was just amazed at how trashed it was, and typical Eddie fashion. So I always thought I would probably do one day, and then honestly, Dave, I saw yours, a few months back, and I just said one day, I was like, wow, I want to do one. So I did one, and let's see, how did I get this guitar actually was a Kramer Ad Frankie at one time. It was a Kramer Ad Frankie that I had done, and actually figured that since it wasn't the right body for the Kramer Ad guitar because the horns weren't really the right size, it wasn't an old Walker body, I figured what I'd do was I'd talk to Chris Locke and get a Walker-style body, which I have over there, and I'm actually working on making that a Kramer Ad guitar now. I figured I'd strip this one down, so I stripped it all down and got a neck from Musicraft from Scott, and went to work on doing the Neptune guitar. And I was a little bit nervous and intimidated by it because I knew I could nail the white and the red. What really worried me was the blotches and the big, the runs and everything, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do that. And I didn't want it to look too labored. So I really thought about it, and I came up with a couple of ideas that I thought would work for creating that effect, which I'll show you in a little bit. And I got to say, I probably had more fun painting and building this guitar than I really probably have with any guitars that I've ever done. And I've probably painted and built over 70 or 80 guitars in my lifetime, easily, and most of the ones here I've done. Some of them I haven't, some of them are gifts, but this one was hands down the best one I've ever done. and I was really happy with it, and I think I lucked out. So I painted it up, as you can tell. I was able to get the runs and the lines and all the splooge and whatever you want to call it best I could, and came out really. I was definitely happy with it. And there's the neck, the headstock, and the back. Same thing. I was able to get the runny paint lines, and if you'll notice, I actually was able to custom build a Kramer neck plate with the 6 screws in it, like Ed's was.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. What a great job that is.
Well, thank you, Dave. Thank you. It's an original Floyd Rose, German Floyd. It's a Duncan custom for the bridge pickup. Obviously, it's a dummy neck pickup and the cavity mesh, just like Ed's was. This body, I believe, is poplar, like Ed's was. Obviously, a maple neck, Music-Craft, jumbo frets, and Schaller tuners. I believe it's an R2 nut, and yeah, it definitely rips. It's got a nice sound to it. I'm really happy with it. So
Rob, you're getting me a little bit excited now.
Feels pretty fun. So yeah, this was a lot of fun, Dave, and I can thank you for building this one.
Well, I'm glad I could be the inspiration, but really it's Eddie that's the inspiration. And you are right. You know, after Eddie built that guitar and gave it away, he probably has never ever thought about that guitar ever again.
Probably, yeah.
Probably never came into his mind ever.
Yep. Probably doesn't even remember it today.
I bet not. I bet not.
You know, I mean, unless you showed him a picture or really spent some time talking to him about it, he'd probably look at you and go, huh? What? What guitar?
Yeah, that isn't one of mine.
Yeah. Who was the idiot that did the black paint on that one, you know?
Yeah, so
that's a lot of fun. But, yeah, so basically that one, and then, like I said, stay tuned, guys, because in the next week or two, you'll see my Kramer Ad guitar, which hopefully will be close to, you know, close to this one. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun lately. It's been a good time.
By the way, do you have any Kramer decals left, or are they all gone?
The last one that I used for this particular guitar came from Scott. Scott sent it to me. It's the last one I have.
Okay.
I do not have any more. I'm going to need to get a few more. Why, you need one?
I do need one, but it's okay. I'll figure it out.
Tell you what, I'm actually going to be placing an order for probably 5 or 6 of them because I want to have a couple extras on hand, and I don't know if I'll have them in time for our weekend together, but I will definitely get you one out in the next couple of weeks.
It's going to be our own lost weekend.
Well, you need to spell this out, otherwise people are going to think we're a little.
Ooh la la.
Really want, yeah.
I really don't care what people. I don't really care what people think.
Hang on, guys.
Now we know why you guys talk to each other so much.
Everybody out there in video world, you know, Dave and I are tight. We're not that tight, but we are tight. I'm going out to see Dave Friday. We're going to spend some time together.
This is getting worse and worse.
Hey, Dave, you know what? Who cares what they think, right?
You know, it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with what we do.
Hey, Dave,
this is getting worse, man.
Can I pat your
Let's talk about something else. You guys are both wearing the same shirt, too.
Really? Because it's black?
No, mine's a Glock shirt. Glock.
Yeah, I have a Glock, but I don't have the shirt.
I'll bring you one. But Dave, I gotta ask you. When I see you, can I pat your head?
I hope you're talking about this one.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I'm gonna stop right here.
All right. So now that we got the shenanigans out of the way, just so everyone knows, Rob's coming over to my place for the weekend. We're going to play some guitar, and we're going to take a ride to see Paul Unkert and try to get part 2 of our Hangout chat live. So
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. And Paul's going to be working on a couple of our guitars. So
That'd be an honor.
so that's basically what's going on.
Can
That's
I?
so funny.
Since Rob lives a million miles away, I told him he could stay the weekend. So that's
Hey, Dave.
yes,
I saw the interview with you guys with Paul Unker.
yeah,
I've always wanted to meet him and get to know him and see his work.
yeah. He's a one of a kind individual. What a great guy he is, and an amazing guitar builder.
I just wanted.
And Vinny, to tell you the truth, when you make your guitar, when you get all the parts together, you could probably, he'll be happy to build it for you. It probably wouldn't cost that much money. He won't paint it. You'll have to do the paint job yourself, but he'd put it together for you, and it'll be like one that he did for Eddie.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And then it would probably be worth every second of your time to do that, because having a guy like that, put his signature, his stamp, so to speak, on a guitar, that would be amazing. I agree with Dave on that.
And Vinny, he lives in Toms River, New Jersey, so he lives pretty near you.
I think that is close.
So, I know you're computing that in your head right now, but
Yeah.
you need to think about it, because it's probably a real good thing, once you get all the parts you need for your guitar. But I stress, he will not paint it. You're
Okay.
going to have to paint it yourself or find someone to paint it for you. But you can hire him to put it together for you, and then you can say that the guy that put all of Eddie Van Halen's Kramers together did yours.
Yeah.
Vinny, what kind of guitar are you looking at doing? Are you looking at doing a 5150?
Yes, because it's always been my dream, because ever since I seen Live Without a Net, I was like, oh my gosh, I want that guitar. I think Dave and Johnny saw my photo, but I didn't think you saw my photo of the 5150 that I had here in my room.
No, I didn't.
It's on
Yeah,
a video.
Rob,
We did
one of his buddies tried to sell him a guitar that he was pawning off as one of Eddie's original guitars. And it's a good guitar. It was very good looking. It was, great. Looked like a great guitar, but he wanted too much money for it, and Vinny gave it back to him. So we're trying to get Vinny a guitar or into one for the right price.
Right. Let's let me do some thinking about that. I'll see if I can compile some ideas for you too, Vinny. Maybe we can all help you with that.
But Vinny, please talk to your dad and whoever you need to talk to. Do not buy the bare wood at a lumberyard. Don't
Agreed.
do it that way.
Yeah, make a table instead.
Besides, I've told Johnny Bean and I told Dave this, but I think probably you'll be my 7th guitar player, Rob.
No. What was that, Vinny? What'd you say?
I said I had like 4 or 5 different guitar players that I look up to, and I put Eddie Van Halen, Johnny Bean, Dave Nasdall, and probably you.
Wow, I really appreciate that, Vinny. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I don't say that. I don't say that lightly. I say that with a lot of seriousness. I've never had anybody say that to me before in my life, and I thank you very much for that. It means a lot to me, and I don't take it lightly. You're a special person to say that, no doubt.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I hope to maybe one day meet you face to face and, hang out.
Absolutely. Maybe we can make it happen sometime. Absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe we can all get together and we'll see what happens. Have a dinner or something.
Yeah.
You guys all live in the same area, don't you?
Well,
worry, Johnny.
within 300 or 400 miles of each other.
Don't worry, Johnny. We're coming out to see you soon enough.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You're gonna have Dave and me out there like banging on your door one day here.
that's right. We're gonna rub your bald head.
I'm sleeping with Howie.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping with Howie when we get there.
So Johnny, I know we have a bunch of questions that we need to pile through, and
Oh yeah, I mean some of this stuff I don't even know if you guys even know.
well,
Okay, well let me just read off different.
We'll take a stab at some of them.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this question is from I can't read the name. I'll spell it out. ESOTERICNOTIONS.
Okay, good enough.
Anyway, they say apparently they were asking me something, and they would love to hear comments like what you guys think, what anybody thinks. The 5150 amplifiers, which could either be maybe the PVs or the EVH gear ones, probably both, probably either. What do you think of those versus the Marshall JVM 410HJS?
Okay, can I take that?
Go for it.
It's all yours, man.
Okay. Well, it's apples and oranges. The Marshall, that particular one,
Satriani?
that is a Satriani Marshall. It is going to be higher gain. It's going to be a high gain amp, not quite as high gain as the 5150 amps are. A little less buzzsaw. It's going to be more mid-rangey, a warmer sound. Now, I will preface this by saying I'm probably the hugest Van Halen fan on the planet, and I love his sound no matter what record, no matter what, first record to the very last. I don't care what he does. I don't care what he uses. He always sounds fantastic. That being said, the 5150 amps in general are very, very buzzsawy. They're super noisy.
Agreed.
They're almost unbearable amounts of gain. Like, it's too much. The Marshall, on the other hand, although I'm not an avid Marshall user, I think the sound of that amp is more pleasing to the ear.
Yeah.
There's less white noise that comes with the overdrive. It's not like that. It's more of a smooth sounding overdrive. I think it's more user friendly to those who kind of don't get who don't play cleanly with a lot of gain like Eddie Van Halen. You never hear any of that extraneous noise because he's so fluid the way he plays that he can play through anything and it'll sound amazing.
Right.
But to the novice, to the intermediate, if you really don't know how to mask all that extra noise, it's going to sound like noise. And that being said, I don't own a Marshall, but I own a 5150 amp.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's the best way I can answer it. The other side is the 5150 amp, the EVH branded one, the clean channel. It's a good sounding Fender clean channel. Marshall doesn't have a good clean channel at all. It's not meant for its clean channel. Any clean sounding Marshall is going to sound very brittle.
Yeah.
Not very warm at all. So that is the dilemma. To be able to get a good sounding clean amp when you need it, that sounds great with overdrive and all the sustain that you want. And again, it's really whatever you like. So although I danced around this answer, I hope that answers your question.
Could I say something?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Even though I don't own none of Eddie Van Halen's amps, I've came close and I saw a 5150 amp in person.
Well, that's cool.
But here's the thing. I have a Line 6 guitar amp, and I love the settings on it. I just wish there was a little bit more sustain to it.
Well, that's because that's not a tube amp,
right,
Vinny. being a solid state amp, it's not going to have that warmth of a tube amp.
Right. Right.
But it's a great amp for your bedroom. There's nothing wrong with that amp for practicing and for for house use.
I would just add definitely agree with what you said, Vinny. Absolutely. But just to reiterate what Johnny said, in my opinion, I mean, I've owned PV 5150s. I've owned a couple of the 5153s, the Fenders, and right now I have this 5153 1x12 combo, which I really, really like because the power scale feature, and living in an apartment now, it's easier to play at lower volumes. So I really like this amp, but I agree with Dave. It's just got an enormous amount of gain, and that's great sometimes. But for a player who's adequate, barely at best like myself. I mean, I've been playing 20 years, but I'm still nowhere near the player that I probably wished I was. It's almost too much for somebody like me, whereas the Marshall just has that maybe more pleasing tone to it. It's a little bit more versatile, I think, of an amp than something like this. However, that being said, on the other side, playing devil's advocate, when you really want that power and that crunch, like tonight before we went on a video call, I clicked on channel 3, and it's just like, wow. I mean, it just got that sound. So they both have their own place. I've owned a couple of Marshalls before over the years, and like you said, Dave, it's apples and oranges. I would recommend to, I can't remember how you spelled the person's name, Johnny. It was an interesting name.
I'll make sure they see this.
Yeah, whatever that was. All I would add is now, no matter what amp you have, if you want the Eddie Van Halen tone, you have the opportunity now to have it with any amp you have by the 5150 overdrive pedal. And that's a very good option for any player out there. That, I mean, you can play through anything and have that pedal and sound just like Eddie in a lot of different eras. So I would sum it up like that myself.
Absolutely, I agree. And I will also say that I bought one of those pedals.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, I was thinking one too.
Yep. I just got to go pick it up on Monday, but I did buy it. I had to, I saw it at the store and I was like, all right.
I got to ask you guys, are any of you guys going to get the little micro cube when it comes out?
No. I'm not. No.
I think I got to get one.
That's so funny. What's the next question, Johnny? Actually, I have a question from someone. Mike Cheever asked me earlier about the posts for the Floyd Rose. How do I measure where the posts go to rest the Floyd Rose on the body so that it's the right level? I don't know if you guys can see that at all.
Yeah.
And I told him, and there really is no measurement. I do it all by eye, and I think it's different for everyone. You need to figure out where you like your action of your guitar, and that's where the post should go. If you have to have your bridge sitting on the body of the guitar, first figure out where your action goes. Get the neck shimmed to where it needs to be.
That's his. That's Mike's. He sent me that photo earlier.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, Vinny. Johnny, I have to. Okay. So
that's what his looks like.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
He was asking me if that was good.
It actually looks right to me. Yeah. It looks right. So it basically you just have to go by eye and by feel.
And every guitar is going to be a little different. When my guitar tech just set my Neptune the other day, I mean, he was taking the neck off 3-4 times, putting shims in, adjusting the nut, adjusting the posts. It's going to be different each time with each guitar, depending on what kind of body you're marrying up to a neck.
Correct. That's each guitar is absolutely different, and you know what? You can set the same guitar up several different times if you take all your strings off, or if you take the neck off the body to straighten the neck if it has too much relief in it. When you put the neck back on the body, it may not line up the same way. You have to mess with that every time you pretty much do a setup on a guitar. Not with its string change, but every time you do a setup on it, you might have to mess with the heights of your posts a little bit.
Agreed.
So I hope Mike and everyone that has that question, I hope that answers it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Andy wants to get in here. I'm trying to get you in here, Andy. I just sent you the invite. All you have to do is in your email, you'll get, you should get an email, and you just click that link, and it'll let you jump into this. But remember, if you do jump in, we're on live, and this is being recorded. So don't jump in, you know, not wearing a shirt or, you know what I'm saying, something weird.
Unless you're really good looking and ripped, then.
Then
right.
you know they're having a weekend. You know.
Right, Dave?
Hey, Rob.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have this?
Back it up a little bit.
That's the Guitar World. It's like a book. It's a compilation of a bunch of the Guitar World interviews
Hold
for
on,
like years and years and years in a book form. Right? Isn't that what it is?
Yep.
I believe that's what it is. Yeah.
A friend of mine gave this to me, and I still haven't read it yet.
Oh man,
Well, what are you waiting for?
You got to read that, dude.
Yeah. You need to read. You need to read it right away.
Yeah,
Not right this second, but you got to read it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That's a great book, Vinny. You got to read it. It's awesome. Gentlemen, I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab something to drink.
I'll take a Diet Coke.
You got it.
I'll take a Pepsi.
Okay, Vinny, coming at you.
Oh my God.
And,
Rob is so cool. I like him.
oh yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. And hey, Mario, how you doing, Mario?
Hey, Mario. How you doing, buddy?
Mario.
Got any questions, Mario?
Andy, the big thumbs up. I think Andy's watching us. Yeah, so I sent you the thing, Andy. There's not much I can do. I mean, I can just send you the invite, and you have to be able to jump in. Okay, you're typing to me. Andy Bryant.
Oh, cool.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get him in, but he just created an account. I think just now, just to do this.
Oh, so he's figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah. And as far as other questions, I've got so many of them. I just have to find them. They're backlogged.
Does anybody have any questions for me?
Guys are at. Does anybody have any questions for Vinny? If you do,
I'll be happy to answer.
You can reach Vinny at 555-71-5150.
Yep.
I have an account but can't get to where
Dave, you're awesome.
Nah, come on. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
Look in your email, Andy. Look in your Gmail. There should be an invite, and you just click that link. I'll send you an invite again. There, I just sent it again. Okay, so Andy, I just sent it again. Look in your Gmail and click that link. Or I don't know if you have it. You might also want to get the Hangouts app. I don't know if you're on your phone or whatever. There's an Hangouts app where you can jump in with that as well. Mario, hey Vinny, where did you get that book?
That is a good question. A
Who's
friend of
calling?
mine named Matt gave it to me.
Cool. So hey Mario, his friend Matt gave that to him. I don't have. Oh, I do have that book. What am I thinking? You guys are showing that off, and I'm like, I don't have that, and I just realized I do, but it's in here.
I don't have it either.
There it is. Oh, that wrong one. Hang on. Close.
Well, you know what I can do, Dave?
Yeah.
Mario says cool. See, check
Maybe
it out.
After I'm done reading it, I'll send it over to you.
See? I have it too.
Oh,
But
there
it's in
it is. Yeah, you have it on an app. That's
we all have
cool.
it. Oh, except the thing I'm mad about. the thing I'm mad about this book. The one you have, Vinny, it has photos in it, right?
Oh,
Huh? Oh wait, maybe this does have photos.
Yeah,
I
it's got.
I was thinking this version didn't have pictures in it. Oh no, it does.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of them, but it's got.
Yeah. Oh well, I have the phone version of it.
Rogan, stop. My dog's barking. There's a cop right outside my house. He's got someone pulled over, so the dog sees him out the window, so he's barking at him.
Hey, Mario. Mario says,
is anybody
Ooh.
microphone on?
huh? Mine is. Can you hear me, Vinny? Vinny. I don't think Vinny can hear us. Can you hear me? Am I here?
I can hear you, Johnny. Vinny, can you hear me?
I can hear you too. I hear everyone.
I think Vinny might have turned his mic off for some reason.
Vinny. All right, here's what we're going to do. Well, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But Mario is saying, unless you're talking to Vinny, Vinny can't hear you. I just got my copy of Van Halen Rising and just finished it. It's amazing. Amazing book, Mario says. Cool.
It is.
Cool. I've got that too. Mine
Nobody's
is actually in
microphone's
here.
on. I can't hear Rob or you or Dave.
Watch this. It's going to come to here. Oh, there he is. Vinny. Nobody's microphone's on. I hear Rob or you or Dave. Okay. See, this is fun.
Hey, we're like really good at this live stuff, you know?
Watch this. I'm going to do this and see if he can play it. Watch this. Hey, Vinny, we can hear you. You can't hear us. So why don't you jump out of the call and I'll add you back in, okay?
Hey, Dave,
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hear that.
I got something for you.
Okay.
You can't hear us. So why don't you jump out of the call and I'll add you back in, okay?
Yeah.
Johnny, you're a genius.
All right, there he goes. All right, let me add him back. All right, and Mario said, Mario hears us all. Yeah, it was Vinny. And he says, okay. Yeah. Here we go, Vinny. Oh, and my thing's blurry now. Hello, my name is. I should probably just write my name on there. Look at that, everybody's texting, ignoring me.
So I'm listening to you, Johnny.
They're texting each other. Look at that, man.
No,
They can't
absolutely
wait
not.
for the weekend, man.
No, this time I'm not texting him. He's not texting me.
No, we're not. I'm actually texting you.
Oh, so not texting, but what's the other one called?
Messaging?
No, it's not that. Johnny, come on. You know better than that. You guys, oh, you're horrible.
Man,
Okay.
this hangout has gone
Yeah.
right down the tubes.
Dave,
Well,
when I'm with
There's
you,
people watching us. There's
we're
people
hanging out
watching.
at your place doing a chat with Johnny. I'm wearing a winter parka.
That's fine with me.
Just
It's
so
cold in this house.
Nobody can talk.
Mario.
Yeah, I'm wearing my chastity belt.
Oh, gosh. Don't stand up, please. All right, if you have any questions, not about that, but about, I don't know what we're even talking about, guitars. I think they wanted, well, Rob wanted to talk about his Neptune. I think that's what the whole deal was.
Yeah.
But also we have questions. What brand of gauge strings do you all use, Mario says. I'll go first to get out of the way. I used a Dario 9 through 42?
Yes.
Is that what it is? I use those. I use that's for Floyd Rose guitars. For anything non-Floyd, I use the D'Addario 10 through 46s. I use Ernie Ball, same deal, same thing. I'll use anything. It doesn't matter. It's all good stuff.
Go ahead, Rob.
What brand and gauge strings do you guys use?
Well, I'm kind of like you, Johnny. I'll use D'Addario for most of my Kramers and my other guitars. I'll use Ernie Balls. 9s through 40s or 9 through 42. I will sometimes use the EVH brand strings, obviously on the Wolfgangs and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of the 9 through 46. I don't like the heavy gauge strings. I like the lighter ones, but I will use the 9 through 46. I actually have some EVH 9 through 42s that I'll use as well. I also still have some original PV Wolfgang strings that I'll sometimes use, 9 through 42s. I like those as well. So the lighter the better for me.
That's cool. And with me, I use D'Addario. Anything with a Floyd Rose on it, I use 9 through 42, which is the EXL 120 set. For Strats and Tellys and my Les Paul, I use D'Addario 10 through 46, which is the EXL 110 set. And for my Gretsch hollow bodies, I use EXL 115s, which is the 11 through 49 set.
Nice.
Hmm?
The only thing I would add too is for my Steinberger Transtrem, my GL2T. I have a special D'Addario Transtrem string that I use for that, specialized string. Other than that, everything else is Ernie Ball or.
What do those look like? Do the Transtrem strings, do they look just like the regular double-balled Steinberger strings?
I'll show you.
Yeah, they should be. They should be double balled.
Because
yeah.
I have three Steinberger copies, and so I've used those guitars for since I was 14 for a couple of years, and they're just double balled. Yeah, and you can turn them either which way or whatever, it doesn't matter. But I didn't know if the Transtrem ones were different at all.
Here's the D'Addarios that I use for the Steinberger, and you'll notice it says right up on top there, it says, specialized for the Transtrem.
Okay. The ones I always used were the GHS ones.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, La Bella makes them too?
Bella makes them too. Double ball. These are a set of older ones. But these are the ones I've used.
Oh, no, Vinny. Vinny left again.
Yeah, we lost him again.
Vinny. What else? Mario. Yes. Andy said something again. He's trying to get in.
Andy Van Halen?
No, Andy Bryant.
Oh.
Well, he goes by Andy Van Halen. Where did he say that?
While you're doing that, I'll just show you this real quick. This is a old Kramer Farrington.
Oh, yeah, that's like an 87.
Yep, for a long time. I'll tell you what, I love this guitar. And I love it because it's so light and it plays just like an electric.
Cool.
I love this. Hey, Vinny, you're back.
Can you hear us, Vinny?
Vinny, can you hear us?
Vinny, can you hear me?
Dave, will you sing to me when I'm out there?
Andy Van Halen's trying to get in. He can see us right now, but he doesn't know how to connect. Yeah, all you got to do is just click the link. Look in your email, your Gmail. That email you sent me. Look in there, and there'll be a message. And just click the link. That's all you got to do. Or what are you using?
Vinny, can you hear us?
I hear you, Vinny.
Vinny?
That's funny.
Dave, you okay?
What I miss?
Sometimes I crack myself up.
Can you hear us, Vinny?
Hey, Dave. Dave, let's do the wave. You know any good jokes? I know some. I definitely know some, but they're a little inappropriate.
I can hear you, Vinny. Can you hear us, Vinny? Can you see us, Vinny? Hello, is this Vinny?
Vinny Boombots, come on. Come on, Rob, man, that's too funny.
I know.
I see you. I can hear you, Vinny. Can you hear us, Vinny? Can you see us, Vinny?
Something's wrong with the stupid microphone,
He can
and I
see us.
cannot hear anybody.
I can see me and his reflection. Look at that when he talks.
Who's on first?
I can see you.
I don't
Something's
know.
wrong with the stupid microphone.
base.
I cannot hear anybody.
I hear him talking, so his microphone's working.
Yeah, I hear him too.
It's really raining out there. Hey, Vinny, we can hear you. I can see you. I know you can see me. I see me in the reflection in your glasses. We can hear you. I think it's maybe just your speaker. Maybe your speaker is turned down on your computer. Try turning that up. Was that movie filmed out there? Wasn't that filmed?
What's that?
Wasn't Jaws filmed out in New York?
No, it's filmed in, I think it was Amity, Rhode Island.
I think it's
Yeah,
maybe
Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's New York, right?
Speaker.
No.
Maybe your speaker is turned down on your computer. Try turning that up.
What is that about?
Rhode Island. Isn't that?
Rhode Island is its own state.
Yeah.
But it's next to New York.
It's near New York.
It's east.
It's on the East Coast.
Okay, East Coast. Yes.
Yeah.
Amityville. So was Amityville? Was that?
No,
the same?
Amityville is on Long Island. It's about 15 minutes away from me. Amity.
Hey, can we go
Rhode
check
Island.
that house out? You know where the house? You know where the house is? The Amityville Horror House?
Yes. Yeah.
Take me to I want to see it. Take me to see it. Would you?
Okay, but the windows are different. They're not the same anymore. They changed the windows to make it so people don't freak out all the time.
Mario says Massachusetts.
Anyway,
Amity's in Massachusetts?
No.
No, maybe that movie was filmed in Massachusetts.
There's no water in Massachusetts.
Oh. I don't know. I finally got there. Oh, I got family there, Mario says.
Oh.
In Massachusetts.
This has got to be our stupidest video ever.
Huh? It's not
Yeah,
stupid.
but I guarantee you people are going to love it because it's like a comedy act.
What kind of?
Is this video boring, anybody? Because people are watching it. Comment on YouTube on the video. Is this video really boring?
Poor Vinny, he's still trying to figure out the audio.
We're getting a lot of thumbs. We're going to get a lot of thumbs down.
Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
now, since you mentioned it, yeah. Okay.
Thumbs down.
It's too.
Oh, it's fun. What is this? What is today? Saturday?
wait a minute.
Still.
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
Hey,
We're just
Dave.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Dave, that's off the hook.
Oh, that's got.
Wait, how's that go? Can you do
Oh,
that?
gosh.
I can't believe I did the Jaws thing with my guitar. That's so stupid.
Oh, you know what I was doing, Johnny? I was actually doing.
It's really raining out there. Hey, Vinny, we can hear you. I can see you. I know you
Look
can
at me.
see
Look at
I
this.
see me in the reflection in your glasses. We can hear you. I think it's maybe just your speaker.
Like I'm
maybe your
talking?
speaker is turned down on your computer. Try turning that up.
Yeah, try turning that up. I sound just like the guy he's listening to. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Hey, Johnny, how did you do that James Bond thing? Wasn't that?
I'll show you. Hey, Vinny, restart your computer. Okay? Restart it, and then I think you'll be able to jump right back in. James Bond?
Yeah.
Where's the guitar? Hang on.
Yeah. Hey, Vinny, restart your computer. Okay? Restart it, and then I think you'll be able to jump right back in.
All right.
He said, all right.
All right.
He's talking to the recording. That's funny. Okay. All right, James Bond goes like this. I don't know if you can. It's just all like the one. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all just, it's all the E string, and then the next part is.
Okay, yeah, I was doing it right then. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's up here.
Yes, flat.
There it is.
All right, so it's basically
And the last chord. I can't do it on. I can't do it on this guitar. Forget it. It's not tuned. Anyway. Well.
oh, so basically on the acoustic. That's-
Almost. Check this out. It's like this. It's like this. The last part is like this. And then. Well, we're in different tunings.
Yeah, I think I'm tuned down on this part. I don't know.
I'm probably tuned to standard. Didn't somebody say, "Hey, why don't you guys play guitar on this thing ever?" Well, now here we are. Except we're different tunings, so enjoy it. Enjoy this, please. We're getting thumbs down now for sure, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Playing in different tunings.
I know. I'm like different tunings.
Here's my guitar, though, man. It's an actual old
Silvertone.
Silvertone. Yeah, love it. The kind of stuff I play. The back is all. Check it out.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's linoleum. It's a linoleum
Oh,
guitar.
it's a real one. It's not the new plastic ones. It's an actual
Oh, it's a wood body?
masonite.
Masonite. That's it, not linoleum. Yes,
Actually,
masonite.
masonite. Yeah.
That's cool.
Necks is made in USA. The neck isn't the original neck to this body, but it is old. Andy, what did you say, Andy? I see you said something. Andy Van Halen brand. So Vinny's not here. He's restarting. Yeah, I think that'll be. I think what the deal might be is his computer's probably on all the time. Like he probably never shuts it off, and so sometimes stuff turns off, and you just have to restart.
Yep.
Andy, he's trying. Hey, trying to connect. Hey, I'm trying.
We got any more questions, Johnny?
Yeah. Let's see.
I got a question for you, Dave.
Yeah.
What was the first Eddie Van Halen replica that you ever did? Not like when you first started out. From your collection now, when you were serious about it, like the first one that you said, all right, this is what I'm really gonna put some effort into and make it good.
The 5150.
Yeah, me too. I think everybody started with that. Is that the one that you still have?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the Frankenstein.
Yep.
And then the Hot for Teacher. And so on and so on.
It's funny how that 5150 always seems to come before the Frankenstrat, isn't it?
Well, because I've been a fan since 1981. I was 11 years old. It was the first concert I ever went to. I went with a buddy of mine and his dad, and I really didn't know much about it. I was like, I just went to a concert, and I see this guy with this red guitar on the stage, making a racket, and I did play. I was playing guitar, but I mean, I started playing when I was 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But just chords and not really much of anything, just not real songs or anything.
Yeah.
So my first rock concert, I saw. I was watching them and they were fantastic. It was like a life-changing thing, and I see this guy on stage playing this red guitar, and then I look in the crowd and all the women are lifting their shirts up, and I said, I want to do that for a living. I want to do that from now on.
lift your shirt up, you mean? Or?
No.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I'm sorry, Dave. You put it out and you laid it down there. I had to take it. No, I hear you. I hear you.
So that was, you know, it was like, again, I said, it was a life-changing experience, and you know, a lot of it was just that guitar. You know, it was that the look of that guitar, that red guitar with the white and black stripes, and I didn't know from guitars, you know, what it was, or I had no idea. I just knew the colors, and I was like, man, that's cool. What a great design, and you know, that big VH logo behind everything. I was like, you know,
Yeah.
Then I started drawing that logo on my binders for school.
Yeah.
Not really knowing any of the songs. You know, like, oh, you like Van Halen? I'm like, yeah, I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
Like the way it looks. Can you name a song? No.
Yeah. How it works.
So yeah, that's how it was for me, and you know. Then the summer of '82, I remember being at a party near my house. You know, at this girl's house who was a drummer, and she's actually one of the guitar players for a band called Antigone Rising now. They're big time. Her name is Kristen, and I remember going to a party, and I remember there were 3 CDs that were on, you know, consistent play. Like it was Van Halen's Diver Down, AC/DC Back in Black, and Rush 2112. It was those 3 CDs, and every time the Van Halen came on, I was like, oh my God, this is like the best record I've ever heard. And then I put 2 and 2 together that the year before I went to this concert.
Yeah.
You know, and it was a growing experience for me. It was a real cool time.
Now Andy's trying to call me.
Well, listen,
sorry.
guys, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to hit it because I got to get up early. So.
Okay. Okay. What are you doing, Dave? Are you?
I'm here with you. I'm hanging.
Okay. All right. We'll hang out. All right. Rob, have a good night, man. And
John, you too, buddy.
yeah. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Talk to you tomorrow. If you guys want to do one tomorrow, let me know because I'm around most of the day. I'm taking my daughter to her horseback riding, but I'm around for most of the day, and definitely like to do another one if you guys want.
Yeah,
And,
we can do a real one.
Yeah.
You know, this was practice. This was practice for the real deal.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, guys.
This is real.
I know. I'm just kidding.
People are watching this, and they do watch this.
No,
listen, I'm just busting chops. That's all.
Honestly, guys, you know, I don't care if we do a kind of a goofy one once in a while. I mean, it's still a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I just want to say, Johnny and Dave, you guys are always the highlight of my day talking to you guys. You really are. I enjoy texting. I enjoy talking to you guys offline and certainly online, and I hope everybody out there who watched it tonight, I mean, I hope you didn't mind our humor, and I hope you kind of got a couple chuckles out of it.
Well, that's why people watch this stuff, because we're not just, you know, sitting here like.
Yeah, exactly.
And now this.
Yeah, exactly.
And in the weather, it's raining. You know, you know, it's more like, you know, yeah, you got to have a personality. You can't just be sitting there like a log or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for all the questions. Everybody who asked a question tonight, you know, through Johnny. Thank you, Johnny, for setting it up, and Dave for being here. Vinny, it was great to meet you. If you watch this, you know, the compliments.
Oh yeah, Vinny, Mario.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Everybody.
Andy.
Yep.
Let me read your text, Andy. Hang on. Also, let me just say this real quick. There's a lot of people who have no idea about this, and I figured it out today. There's a Kramer called the 918V.
Yes.
Nobody knows what that means.
I think it's Vegas.
That is another police code.
Yeah.
For a mental patient that's violent. That's what that means. So it's like 5150.
Yeah.
But it's like more dangerous.
And isn't that guitar out in a Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas?
No, it's in Amsterdam now. No.
Oh.
It's in Amsterdam now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And that guitar was originally, before it had the 918V on it, it was originally one of Ed's backup 5150 guitars he used on the 5150 tour.
Yeah.
And I actually have a picture of Ed with that guitar, or so I think it was that guitar, based off the stripe scheme. before the 918V got put on.
Yeah, is he wearing like a electric blue pair of pants?
Yep, and a white tank top.
That's that guitar, yes.
Yep, that's it. Yep, definitely.
Awesome.
So cool. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Johnny. That's actually good. I'm glad you mentioned that because we were talking about that guitar the other day. And there is a blue star, like a blue space tape star near the volume knob on that guitar.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. It's like the Northern Star. It's not like a regular 5-point star. It looks like the Northern Star. It's got a lot of points on it.
And if you go to Staples, you can find those stickers, those blue Northern Star stars, like reflective type stars. That you can get those really simple. If anybody ever wanted to do one of those replicas.
I accidentally gave them my email address when I bought something there. They email me nonstop now.
Oh, yeah,
So please, Staples, stop emailing me, please.
Yeah, they're ruthless.
If Staples,
Well, I'll kill you.
Staples, if you're watching this, stop emailing, please.
Stop emailing.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Staples. That's not funny
All right,
anymore,
Rob,
Staples.
talk to you tomorrow.
All right, have a good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Rob.
Johnny, good luck with that Staples thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off on Staples now. So.
All right, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night. Thanks, everybody.
See you later.
All right, see you, Rob. Yeah, Staples. Dang. Yeah, you go in there and. I've had enough of Staples.
Now that you're totally,
Although they do have the big things of those cheese puffs.
Do they really? Oh, the
cheese
big barrels.
Huge barrels of them, and I don't get them, but I'm just saying. So we do have. I mean, I sent you those. Remember, I sent you those clips. Remember Jimmy?
Jimmy who?
Jimmy Balao X. Sorry. Remember, he was talking about he has a stealth EVH amp.
Right.
And he thinks that it doesn't sound right. He took it in to get fixed. Everybody's saying it's correct. And remember, he sent me some clips, some video clips.
Huh.
Remember, I sent you the clips to listen to, didn't I?
I don't think you did.
Okay, because we still have to address him.
Okay, let's do that.
Well, maybe later. He's online, but somebody. Andy Van Halen. Where did you send me that? Oh, here we go. Yo, I'm watching you guys. I'm on YouTube trying to join. What should I? Yeah, I mean, all I can say is you have to click the link in your email. That's all you. That's right. I mean, Dave, when I call you, when I set this up and I send you an invitation, what do you do? What happens, and how do you get in here?
Well, on my iPad, on the top left corner, it says incoming call from Johnny Bean, and I answer it like a phone call.
And is it through the Hangouts app?
Yes.
So it says Hangouts and then says that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you using, Andy? How are you watching this? Are you on an iPad or iPhone? Because if you are, download the Hangouts app. It's just called Hangouts. Download that, log into that, and you should be able to, if I send another invite, you'll be able to jump right in that way. If you're watching this on a computer, like a PC or something, Vinny's typing. It's the same thing. Well, it's not that. You have to get in through your email. There's a link.
Yeah, and it'll be, you click on the link. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, if he's watching. Yeah.
Yeah. You click on the link and it'll tell you what to do. You don't automatically get into the call. It'll tell you what to do next. You'll have to sign in, use your username and password, and then it'll get you in that way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And Vinny. Okay, see you next time, Vinny. He says next time, and I'm burping.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
See you later, Vinny.
yeah, I mean there's nothing I can do on this end. All I can do is what I did, which is add you to my circles and then send you an invite. That's all I can do. And as far as so on a computer, if you're trying to get in, look in your Gmail. You'll have an email in there.
Well, if it's not his Gmail, whatever his email account
is Gmail. It is
okay.
Gmail. Yeah, because he sent me his email, so I could find him to get him into this.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I mean, that's all I can say really about that. I mean, because I can't. Oh, so he's texting me. Oh, so he found my phone number online.
Wow.
I have a phone number. Well, it's not my real phone number.
I was going to say, but
it goes to my phone.
Yeah.
Anybody, if you want to call me or text me, there's a phone number online for me, and it does go right to my phone if you want to call in. What? So yeah, I mean that's all I can say about that. But as far as more questions, I have to find them. There's so many. People say, "Oh, can you answer this, answer that, answer this?" Oh, they'd be in here. Here we go. Okay. And yeah, we got to figure out how to get you to where you can comment on videos, because I don't know because a lot of people they ask questions, and it'd be cool if you could comment, answer them right in the comments or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you're not able to.
I can make, I can make comments. You showed me how to make the comments, but I don't see other people's comments.
Hang on one sec. We're a step closer to getting Andy.
Cool.
Okay, I've got Andy in another. Is this really Andy or is this Eddie? It's Eddie's photo. Is this Eddie trying to call me? Oh, Andy. Oh, I just saw him and he hung up. I just saw him sitting there. Can you hear me? I saw him and then all of a sudden gone.
So funny.
Andy, is this just are you just trying to crank us this whole time? like okay. Oh, that was funny. Oh, here we go. All right, I'll just do audio. Oh crap, I got that.
Man.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, not bad. I had a little bit of trouble getting in there tonight.
Yes. Did you just now create an account to get in?
Actually, what I did was I'd created an account earlier with Google Plus, like you told me to do, and then there was something called Hangouts
that
I downloaded onto my iPhone.
Okay. Let me try this again. Since you're able to call me on this, I should be able to get you in here. The only thing is, do you have a TV on? Okay. Could you please
turn it off?
Could you? Yes.
Yeah, hang on one second. Turn it off. Yeah, you could probably hear Donald Trump talking, huh? Okay, it's awesome.
Oh, if we want to make people really mad, let's talk about that. Okay. 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 Since you were able to call me on here, then let's hang up and then let me call you back. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Let me go ahead and yeah, I can see you. You can't see me because I'm just on video. I mean, I'm just on audio. But
Yeah, I've got a little screen in the right side lower corner of my phone. I can see myself. Are you all using this app?
Sort of. Well, I'm using it on my iPad talking to you right now, but on the other video that we're trying to get you into, I'm on the computer.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I didn't know if I knew Dave and a few other people were on there. Didn't know if I was on that one or not. Everybody was using that to be able to talk.
No, we're trying to get you in though. Although Dave can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear him.
So hey, let's hang up on this and then let me send or actually here. Tell me if you get an invite since you're using that. It looks like you're on an iPad or something.
I am on a iPhone 6 Plus.
Oh man. That's almost the size of an iPad mini, huh?
Yeah, I've got one of those too.
And you can't tell the difference. You're like, which is which? Okay. Do you see an invite right now?
No, I do not. I see your picture, and that's about it.
Okay, you don't see an invite that just popped up saying you're invited to another call?
No. You know, your picture that you use on Google Plus is on there, and then the picture that I use on Google Plus is down in the right hand lower corner.
Am I sending? I have your right. I won't say your whole. It sticks. Is that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm sending the right one. I'm sending the right one. You should see like an invitation like pop up.
Let me look here.
Were those my chips? Yeah. Okay. I like chips.
Man, I don't. There's no invite. I don't see an invite unless. And I'm sure I'm looking on the right spot.
Let me see. Am I still here? I'm still here. Okay. So you're in Hangouts right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. You should see. Do you see where it says Hangouts and then there's a bunch of like. Well, probably since you just made it, there's probably nothing there. It probably says that we're in a call right now.
It should say ongoing call.
And right below that, do you see one that says Dave, Rob, Vinny, Sticks?
No, there's nothing that says that. Let me see.
Or invitations. Do you see an invitation from me? It'll all be on the left-hand side.
Either. It's basically pretty much a screen that's got your profile picture in the middle that you use on Google Plus, and it has at the bottom of the screen it's got a microphone, a red.
Oh, Johnny, he's on the.
Basically, I figure I'll hang up on you if I hit it, and then there's a camera on the next side of that.
Johnny, he needs to get out of that call. He needs to get out of that call.
Somebody and another camera, I guess. I don't even know what
he needs to get out of that call and get onto the page, onto the Hangouts page.
It changes direction on my phone.
Okay, Dave is saying that if you hang up from this, there's another page. What's the other page?
It should be the green and white Hangouts page.
Well, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. But it's not going to show up while he's in a call with you.
Yes, yeah. Hang up, and see if you get the invite.
And it's going to say ongoing. It's either going to say ongoing call.
He just hung up.
Okay.
He just hung up. The call is ended. Okay. If you're watching this, how do we get him in here?
He has to jump through the portal.
Yeah. Let me send him the thing again. Invite again. Yeah, I saw him. I was looking at him.
He'll figure it out.
Let's see. So as far as questions, I mean, there's the question that was it Jimmy that he's been asking for a while, and so he sent some clips of us to be able to hear what his amp sounds like, and I believe I sent you the clips, but
you might have, and I might have just erased it.
Okay, here's oh here we go. Here's a bunch of the questions. That's not really a question though. Well, I mean they're comments. Engelman, Engelman, ENGELMANN 82 on YouTube.
Okay.
Says, love your videos. I also love your guitars. It's a dream project of mine to build me a Kramer 5150. Do you think one of the Kramer the 84 guitars? Oh, so he's talking about either the Music Yo ones, maybe,
yeah,
or the new Kramer Beretta things, maybe, or maybe the Music Yo, the ones that were called the 84s. Do you think those would be? So this is a question. Do you think that would be a good template to start from to make a Kramer 5150? Great work. Keep up the great work, he says. Thank you, man. People
to make a real accurate 5150, that is not a good template because the body is too big. The neck profile is incorrect.
The headstock's too big.
The headstock is way too big.
It's really big.
What's that?
The headstock is really big on that.
Yeah, it's too wide. It's too wide from top to bottom.
People did make those into 5150s when those first came out.
Yes.
I remember seeing them all over the internet. People were making them.
Absolutely, they did.
If you don't,
it's a good inexpensive way to make a replica.
But the problem with those bodies, though, the way they're finished, aren't they a nightmare just to sand?
Well, all you have to do is rough the paint up, and the new paint will stick to it. You don't have to sand it off, but it's not going to sound great because you're going to still have all that clear coat paint on it, underneath the new paint that you're going to put on. So it's not going to allow the body to breathe. But the body is the wrong size. It's too big and it's too fat. The best way to go about it is to get the body and the neck from Musicraft. That's the easiest way. I personally like Chris Locke. I like his bodies better than Musicraft because they're more exact and they're not terribly expensive. And he cuts them from a block of wood. He's got all the dimensions to make the correct body. And then you buy the neck from Musicraft, and it fits on Chris Locke's body perfectly. And do it that way. It ends up being the right way to do it. But if you're looking for an easy solution to make an inexpensive replica, the 84 guitar is okay. It's just to guys like to guys that like to have an exact replica like me or like Rob, that's not the way I would do it.
Okay, I'm just letting him know that we answered it. We answered his question for him. Although, sorry, you're gonna have to watch like an hour and a half just to get to where we actually addressed. Let's see. Great stuff. Some of these, Richard Schick. A lot of these are just comments like, "Hey, great." Paul Rodden. Thanks, Paul. It's been an honor, Paul. Paul Rodden. Rick Johnson. Rick Johnson.
Johnson?
Rick Johnson.
Oh, I was going to say Vic
not
Johnson.
Vic Johnson. Rick Johnson.
Yeah.
I want to know if these guys have a fold-out table set up like Eddie used on to make the guitar play like a piano. Okay. Rudy Sarzo is live having dinner right now. Wow. He's on Periscope right now. I just saw it.
Yeah, that's funny.
I gave him a fist bump last year in the hallway in Anaheim.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. I know a lot of people that know him, and I hear nothing but great things about him.
But he seems to be a nice guy.
I've downloaded the Hangouts app. Okay, I don't know if you can see us, Andy. Okay, if you downloaded that, then let me send him the thing again. It should ring. It should ring for him. And if anybody else, there's people looking at this. If you guys want to jump in, if you want to talk to us, if you have Google Plus, add me to your circles, Johnny Bean, and you can jump in. Or if you had any questions about anything, just comment on the video itself on YouTube right now, and we'll get that comment. Okay, so he says he's and if we can't get you in, Andy, this time we'll get you in another time, maybe tomorrow. Doug Fox just liked a comment I made on something. Hey, Doug. Okay, so Rick Johnson, I want to know if these guys have a fold-out table. I think he was talking about the Paul Unkert video.
The tray table.
Yeah, and no, they don't. None of them do. Although they were telling me to make one, apparently, which I'd like to have one because they're amazing. It's an amazing device. Okay, we might have addressed some of this stuff. Paul Rodden. How did you cut the shelf for the Floyd Rose nut? Did we? I think we addressed some of the stuff on that video itself. Does Paul remember what humbuckers Edward used and the Franks built for him? Okay, yeah, that was. Send me another invite, please. Okay, so he's getting them. All right, here we go. He's getting them. He's gonna have like 1 million emails.
Yeah.
Okay, posted. Okay. Yeah, we addressed some of these are the questions from the Paul Unkert. Although apparently we'll have more questions, huh?
Yeah.
If we get him in here on.
Depends on how early we get to his house. I'd like to get to his house by like 5 o'clock. So because we're gonna go to dinner. He's got to work on one of my guitars, and he's got to work on one of Rob's guitars. And then hopefully we'll have time to do a hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that Anthony's coming with us too. He's just got to make sure that his wife wants to take care of the children.
Rodin. Okay, Paul is watching us.
Yes.
Paul Rodin.
Rodin.
Says Rodin. I'm just playing with you, man. I know it's Rodin.
Rodin.
I'm just kidding, man. He's getting really mad now.
I don't get mad.
He's
Not
like,
getting mad.
oh.
It's like, it's funny.
He's like, oh, that Johnny Bain is making me mad.
Johnny Beans.
Baines. Like, what's the guy? McBain?
Yeah.
McBain. Yes, I heard Dave. I will try again. Link, please. Can I come? Oh, Paul Rodin wants to come with you guys now, too.
Rodin.
Everybody wants to go. Oh, man. Rodin. Okay, Rodin. Yes. Rodin.
Rodin.
Rodin. Oh. So this is kind of fun we have on a rainy Saturday. I'm joking. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, he's joking around.
Yeah, but he's telling you the truth. It's Rodin.
I know. But it looks like Rodin, doesn't it? Man, I just saw them in August.
It's like it's long O, not short O. Long O. Rodin.
Mm-hmm. What about McBain? Remember McBain?
No.
What was it? You know, from The Simpsons.
Oh no, I don't know.
He
I
was
never
like
really watched his-
well he is like an actor, but they like an action film actor, but they he's based off like Schwarzenegger.
Uh-huh.
They call him McBain. So, but when he talks, he sounds just like Schwarzenegger, you know. And he had some funny lines. What was that one scene? Where he tells a joke. He's doing the stand up. What was the joke? Does anybody Mario or Paul Roden? Do you know what I'm talking about? The joke, McBain. He's like said something. Somebody yells out, "That really sucked." Damn you, Mendoza. Okay. Mendoza. Oh, the Simpsons, man, they're so funny. Okay.
So,
Huh?
nothing.
It does work good as a boost. You have to bring it down to like 9 o'clock on the gain. Okay, here's Von Holland. Von Holland 64 replying to a comment on the 5150 overdrive pedal, talking about the boost. And yeah, that thing gets a lot of different tones. Dave Nesdall, me too, Dave. Okay, that's you and Rob talking to each other. I've got all these comments. Black Wolf, Wolfgang 70, Johnny Bean. Okay, so learning down the blue channel. It ends having a little crunch. By the way, Drew Overdrive straight is amazing, and I got a 1550 head first series 120 watt, and it's loud, but the smaller one sounds better. I think he's talking to you about the 50 watt or the lunchbox. It looks easy to transport. Loving it. I'm buying one of these. He's talking about the lunchbox. That's the video when I played through the lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's talking about how he wants one of those. Black Wolfgang. If you happen to see this, Black Wolfgang 70 is your name. Cool. Okay, yeah, these comments go way, way back, and they're all in different stuff, but we're talking about the Octobons. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. That's cool.
Andy
Van Halen, where are you? I think Dave's
probably giving up.
Dave's getting sleepy. Where is Andy Van Halen? Do you know what state he's in?
No, I don't. Sounds like it's a southern state, though. From his accent.
He's in, I can tell you. Oh, hey, Howards. Is Howie shaking his thing for you guys? Howie just twerked. I don't know where he is. Doesn't say.
Bet you it's Mississippi.
WV.
West Virginia.
West Virginia, maybe? I don't know. So Andy Van Halen. I sent you the invites. Catherine Hughes. This isn't directed towards us. It's just something she posted online. Roll call, Van Halen Nation. Eddie's curious too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where's everyone from? If you happen to see this, is it Catherine?
Yeah, you can call her Katie. She likes being called Katie.
I'm in Santa Cruz, California. If you happen to be watching this.
Howie boy.
Howards. Okay, who was that? Commentary video. Is there a topic tonight? Paul Rodden says. Yeah. Well, we started out talking about what's his name? Rob Johnson. He just built a Neptune. Yeah. He just made
One
one
of
of
these.
those, so he was showing it off. And that was like 4 hours ago. Same thing. I don't know. Do you have any questions, Paul? Paul Roden? Oh, there goes Howie. He just ran by. Whoa. So what are you doing, Dave?
I'm playing my guitar at the second. I haven't touched it pretty much all night.
What hey Howie. Hey. Whoops. So the Music Zoo, man. What's the Music Zoo like? Anybody who's never been there, like me.
Well, it's in an industrial neighborhood, and you go to the building, and it doesn't look like a music store at all. You have to go into this little, I want to say it's like a strip mall type thing, where there's a gym, like a workout place.
Oh, really?
There's also like a gymboree for kids, like small kids and stuff. And then you walk down this little corridor inside, and then you come to the Music Zoo. You walk into their bottom level, which has a bunch of guitars, and they're one of the desks where a couple people will sit at, and it's very dark in there. The lighting is so dim in the whole place. It's very atmospheric. You don't look like you're not going into like a big box store where it's lit, and it looks like daytime inside. It's very like you're in your own house, but filled with guitars.
You know what's funny was yesterday. Well, I know you'll get to it. You saw that cool guitar, and somebody else was there yesterday as well.
Yeah.
Somebody on Instagram. They just happened to post a photo of the guitar, and they were like, today I saw this. Oh, it was amazing. And so I commented, whoa, a friend of mine was just there too. Same exact thing,
Yeah. So
in case he's watching this, let me give him a shout out.
Okay, cool.
Huge shout out. I might get sued for saying that. That's a KFI thing. Chuckles _the_ guitarist on Instagram.
Oh, cool.
He saw this. He saw it. The same guitar, and he was. Yeah.
He might have been there while I was in one of the little rooms doing my review on that Wolfgang.
So set the record straight on that Wolfgang.
Okay.
Please.
All right. So I played.
You've been making a lot of people mad, man, about that thing.
That's too bad. I played a Wolfgang that just came in to the Music Zoo, and it is a 2016 USA Wolfgang standard in ivory. It is called Ivory. It's not the white one that Johnny played at the NAMM show. It's ivory. It's got an ivory color. It's got an ivory colored. It's got an ivory colored headstock. It does have the ebony fretboard with the block inlays. It is every bit as cool as you might think it is. It was lightweight. It was 7.8 pounds, which is very light for those things. The action, I mean, I did do a setup on it. The action is super low. The bridge is sitting right on the body.
So they let you set up their guitar?
Well, yes, they let me do a lot of things that they don't let a lot of people do, because I buy 10 guitars a year from them. So I get a little bit of carte blanche there. And a couple of my friends do, because we buy guitars there, at least one a month. But if I'm interested in buying a guitar that I want, they will let me set it up the way I like it for me. and the only thing I didn't do was an intonation. So you play up in this area, and it's a little bit out of tune, but that's just an intonation. But the guitar was fantastic, sounded great, felt great. The neck was just perfect on it. And again, it is not the same guitar as the white Wolfgang. Yes, it's not that guitar. It's similar.
It is not that guitar. It's the same guitar with different color.
Correct.
It's the one Dave was playing was more of a like what would you call that stuff? Banana pudding?
No, I guess so. Like a vanilla. It's more vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla. The stuff.
It's a little more yellow than that. Like that's absolutely white. Mine is like if it was in the sun for a month, it turns yellow.
Let me just say a few things real quick, and then you can continue. Paul Rodin. Mendoza was McBain's arch nemesis on The Simpsons. He likes that Tiffany lamp behind you.
Oh, thank you. I have a couple of them. I'm looking at it. I have another one in front of me here that's beautiful too. And I have one in my bedroom.
I don't know what does that mean, Tiffany lamp?
Tiffany is this.
Or lamp, I mean.
See the lamp?
Yes.
I'll turn it on and you'll be able to see the different colors. Hang on. See the colors?
Mm-hmm.
It's like stained glass. Tiffany is like stained glass, like you would see in a church.
Yes. So that's what that means.
Yeah.
Are those old? Is that an old lamp?
They're fairly new, but they're kind of on the expensive side, and they're Tiffany. They're handmade.
This is lamp chat, everybody. Mine sucks. Mine's like broken. Mine has if you look, mine has duct tape on it.
I have one of those
duct tape.
too.
I have duct tape on all my stuff. It's just awful. Paul Rodin. How big were the frets on Eddie's 5150?
I've never played Eddie's 5150, so I can't tell you from firsthand, but I believe they were jumbo frets. I believe they were 6100 frets.
Well, let's ask Unkert. He made that neck, right?
Oh yeah, yes, he did make that neck. Yeah, we'll ask Unkert. I'll ask him on Friday, and we'll get back to you on that.
Wasn't he saying that the extra part on the 5150 neck, the part the
headstock?
Headstock, the part that he added on, that was birch?
Yes.
That's what he said.
Two parts. What happens is this part here, actually from here to here, this part here, from say the second tuner to here is birch, and then from it's cut here down to like this. This whole part here is birch, like that.
It was all added on because it was basically it was
correct.
It was one of those chicken hawk necks.
Correct. Yes.
Beak neck.
Yeah, it was a beak neck.
Or headstock. So that's what it was, and he added the wood he added onto that was birch.
Yes.
Okay. And what did he say the wood of the 5150 was? Did he?
It's poplar. Everybody that he made for Eddie is poplar.
So the 5150 Kramer is poplar.
Is poplar.
Okay. Because people like to fight about that all day long too. So you heard it here. What else? What was I saying?
And it sounds like poplar because I got to tell you, my 5150 sounds like the original one. It really does. It's got that. It's very funny. All my replicas, I use the same woods that Eddie has on all of his original guitars. I mimic. The only guitar that I didn't do that was the Kramer ad. The original Kramer ad guitar is made out of maple, the body. but that body is so damn heavy that I used Northern Ash to make it sound more like his original Frankenstein. It's Northern Ash. But if you play all my guitars, I don't care who you are. If you strum a chord on any of one of my guitars, and then through a similar amp to one that Eddie was using, and you listen to Eddie strum, or you listen to his guitars get strummed, just a chord. I'm not saying that I have the feel or the fingers that Eddie Van Halen does, but if you listen guitar to guitar, they are going to sound almost identical. They sound so similar. I can pick out the sound of my 5150 out of any. If you played any of my guitars and I was blindfolded, I'd let you know which one was the 5150 guitar because I can hear it. I know which one it is. It's a very distinct sound. It's a piece of poplar with a Duncan JB on it with a maple neck. It's not rocket science. That combination sounds like the 5150 guitar.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any questions about I don't know, Dave's lamps or anything, leave a comment below and we will get it. And as far as Andy Van Halen, I've sent you invites. There's nothing more I can do. I mean, maybe next time we do one of these, if Andy is available, we can get him in here. What else?
As far as the pickups on Eddie's guitars, there was a question. I think we answered it when we were with Unkert. But some of the pickups that were used on Eddie's guitars, most of them that Unkert put in, if it wasn't an original Gibson PAF from the late 50s or early 60s, it would have been a Duncan JB or Duncan 59. Some of the early pickups from the early years before Kramer, a lot of those pickups are DiMarzios that were specially wound for Eddie, mostly super distortions.
Seymour Duncan made his own Van Halen pickup.
Yes, he did.
Remember that?
Yes, he did. Yep.
And was he selling it? Was he selling it?
No, he wasn't allowed to. Eddie wouldn't let him use his name.
But wasn't he selling it, or what am I thinking of? There's a bunch of companies back then that started making the guitars and like Charvel or whatever, like the one that was just up for auction, the black and yellow.
Yeah, right.
They're making them as Van Halen guitars, but they're not official guitars. But they're getting to be quite collectible.
They are, those early Charvels, and I think there are only 20 of them that were made. Or maybe in the 20s. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I remember that there was a cease and desist. And I think there were 20 some odd guitars made at the time. So there are some out there. I know Joe Bonamassa owns one of them.
When were those made? Because they're black and yellow.
82.
So they're black and yellow guitars made in 82, and he wasn't even playing
81,
that guitar then.
81 and 82, correct. Yeah.
So he wasn't even playing that.
No.
Did they make other guitars in other colors too?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they Charvel at that time were making a lot of custom graphic guitars.
I mean,
they did.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, but as far as other Van Halen ones,
no, they just did the black. They just did black and yellow. That's it.
Okay, it's funny because I can see yours on your shoulder.
Oh yeah,
your black and yellow one right there.
Sure. Yeah.
Whoa, dude! Howie just pounced a sock.
Nice.
He's getting mad because I haven't had dinner.
You haven't eaten yet?
No, he gets upset if we don't eat. Like he can eat, but if we don't eat, he gets mad
because he doesn't get scraps.
Because he wants to watch us make the dinner and maybe get some. Yeah. He gets upset.
So funny. He looks like a white version of my dog.
Did you hear that? He just pounced it again. He's like,
That's so funny.
oh, now he just picked it up. Oh, you're good. Are you mad, dude? Are you upset? Oh. This is Howie. If you're watching this, you don't know who he is. Howie the Dalmatian. He's on Facebook as Howie.
The Dalmatian.
Howie Bean. Either Howie Bean or Howie the Dalmatian. Or you can just Google. If you're watching this, if you want to see my dog, Google Howie the Dalmatian, and you'll see him. He's the reason why I made a YouTube account years and years ago. And now look at us now, 1,000 something videos later.
That's
and he still gets on here. He still has videos on here and there. You know. Right? Yeah. Who is this? Something else. No. Oh, yeah, he's getting mad. He just nudged my hand. You're getting upset, aren't you? You want me to have dinner, huh? Do you want me to eat? Do you want me to eat? Oh, yeah, you can talk to them. You know, they talk back. Am I hungry? Do you want me to have dinner? I'm not even hungry though. That's the thing. I had 2 of those small, those Trader Joe's small
Burritos?
pizzas, the cheese ones.
Pizzas,
The
yeah.
pizzas. What are they called? Bambinos. Is it Bambinos or something? Yeah, I had like 2 of those like a few hours ago before we went on our walk. So I'm not even hungry. But he gets mad if we don't. And yeah, you see all this stuff here. Yeah, it's pouring rain here. So we came in, we were totally just drenched. So
How are the chickens?
Oh, they're good. They're good. They're tucked in for the night. But they were out there all day long, walking around and in the rain, doing their thing. They love it. They love it. And who is that? Is that Andy? Okay, I'm on. Oh, Mario. Okay, I'm on Google Hangouts. Mario,
Oh, cool. Let's get him on here.
You want in here, Mario? Just the drill. Don't have a television or radio on, and please be decent. Paul Rodin. Have either of you guys tried the 50-watt 5153 head?
Yes, I have one.
And if so, how do you like it? And something. Well, Dave has one. I've played them. Yeah, they sound great. I don't own any. The only EVH thing I own is a Wolfgang that I like slap together. And how do you like it? And for me, my question: have you ever eaten one of your chickens? Oh, no. Our chickens.
They're pets.
They're our pets. They're pets, and it's funny because you go in there, and they run right up to you. They run right up. They talk to you. They try to jump on you. They jump on your shoulder. They jump. You saw I was out there that one day. One jumped to my head.
Yeah.
I was talking to you on FaceTime that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're happy to see you.
Yeah, they're very friendly. You can pet them. You can pick them up. Very, very friendly. Yeah. So no, I will not be eating them. I couldn't eat chicken for a while when we first got them. I didn't want to. I couldn't do it. And then after a while, fried chicken, you just got to have it.
Well, you just got to realize that you're not eating your chickens, and your chickens were not bred to be eaten. They're not. The chickens that we eat are bred just to be food.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we don't want to talk about that
You
either.
probably couldn't eat your chickens. They're probably not good eating. Because of the way they're fed, the way they're bred.
We do eat their eggs. Every morning we go out there and there's fresh eggs sitting there, and we come in here, cook them. You ever had an egg that fresh?
Yeah, the yolks are almost orange.
You ever had an omelet of eggs that are like freshly laid, like right there, like you pick them up out of their coop, eggs warm. Oh, they're so good, so good. But Mario, oh man, Mario, if you want to jump in here, what's your email? Mario, if you can see me, message me on Facebook Messenger your email address so I can find you. Unless I already have you in this. How does Dave feel about the 5150? These are comments coming directly to the page.
Cool.
Where is it? Paul Roden. See, I got it right. It's Paul,
Yeah,
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
How does Dave feel about the 5350 watt?
I like it a lot. For that Van Halen thing, when I want to play with a lot of gain, I think it's probably some of the best sounding amplifier you can have. It's not. I don't gig with it. What I do gig with is some sort of boutique clean sounding amplifier, and I use a pedal board to get all my overdrives and all my effects. But my 5150 right now is in my bedroom. So when I play, when I feel like playing and not being in my living room, I plug into that really low volumes, and I can do what I need to do. But I don't use that type. I don't use that amplifier or that type of amplifier to play live, because it's not. I tend to play like Van Halen when I play through that amplifier. And that's not how I play when I play live. I'm more of a blues player.
When Dave likes to pose, especially in front of his mirror, he uses that amp. Mario.
Yes, guys.
Dude.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you doing, man?
How's it going, guys?
Great.
Wow.
It's about time.
I feel like I gave birth.
You feel like what?
I feel like I gave birth to Mario. Jesus.
I don't know.
Long enough to get out here.
I don't know what that means, but we're still trying to get Andy in here. Oh, dude, come on. Howie's nudging my arm. That's one thing they do, though. That's one thing he does. He knows about the mouse. He knows about the mouse hand. And if I have my hand on the mouse, he'll come over and he'll nudge my arm to get it off that mouse. To eat. But hey, Mario, hey, great to talk to you, man. We see you all the time on the comments and everything.
Yes, yes.
And your page? You created a page, right?
Yes, I did. All things EVH.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. That's excellent.
Yeah.
I love watching you guys. You guys are like funny and very informative.
Except for tonight.
It's all good. It's all good. I like that lamp too, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I've
What,
got a
Dave?
few of
Dave
those.
wasn't funny tonight.
No.
Dave wasn't funny at all. Yeah. So Mario, so cool. What's your story? How'd you get into Van Halen?
Oh, the very first time I heard Eruption, when it first came out. My sister's boyfriend lent me the tape, and then from there on in, I was hooked.
That's cool. Just the fact that you said tape, because the kids these days don't know what tape is.
Oh yeah, I had tape. I'm 46 years old, so I go way back to even 8-track. So
yeah, me too, buddy. I'm that age too.
What's an 8-track?
Don't listen to anything Johnny ever has to say.
I'm just kidding. I know what they are. Although I was too young at that. I'm a little younger than you guys, so. Great stuff as usual. Going to bed, rock on. Paul Roden, awesome dude. Thanks for watching, man.
Yeah, take care, Paul.
Yes. Yeah. So cool. So Mario. So you got the cassette and you heard those songs and it was like, wow, this stuff is cool.
Oh, I was blown away. I was blown away. It's like as soon as he lent me the tape and I started listening to it, I just my face melted. You know, it was just incredible.
That's cool. Yep, that's how it happens.
So that would have been when it first came out then? 78?
Yeah, 78, 79, and around there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't give him the tape back after that.
Nice.
It's mine.
That's right.
This is mine now. You took it, you recorded over it.
Oh yeah, I used to wait. I don't know if you guys done this, but I used to wait hours in front of the radio waiting for certain Van Halen songs to come on so I could record them because I didn't have enough money to buy the tapes or the records or whatever. So yeah, I used to sit in front of the radio so I could get ready and tape it.
And you always miss the beginning.
Yes.
I know. Yep. That's funny.
Man, that must have been. So you're talking about the late 70s?
Yeah, late 70s.
That kind of stuff?
Yep.
Even into the 80s, Johnny. Johnny, you had to do the same thing in the 80s.
Mm-hmm. But you could request the songs. You could call up the station.
Not all the time.
And say, hey, can you play that? I mean, that's when I was a kid. You would call the station and ask them to play whatever it was. And
yeah, but whenever I used to call in, I never got through.
Mm-hmm.
Never got through.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd have to wait until somebody else requested it, or they just played it on their own.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of that stuff, they didn't really have any like hit singles, really. So a lot of that, so you really, it was a lot of it was like random, like randomly. Oh, they're playing "Run with the Devil," or some of those they were released as singles, but they weren't like hit singles that they would play like all the time.
Yeah, and it would be since when it first came out, it'd be very rare for them to play that kind of stuff on the radio. It would only be later on that they would start playing it because they would consider it too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like playing Panama on Headbangers Ball or something.
Yeah.
Well, they used to play Pretty Woman a lot. They'd play that song. They'd play You Really Got Me.
Yeah, and also would be very rare to hear other tracks off the album or the tape because they'd only play the hits that they would put out on the radio.
Right.
The singles, because they actually released like 45s of I think well you really got me. I mean, I guess I could look it up. I can't remember, but there was in the Credible Rock, I think whatever.
Well, they play that song a lot nowadays, especially here on East Coast.
Well, see, I usually for the older stuff because I'm also into the newer generation a little bit of music, but I don't know if you guys ever heard that radio station down here in Toronto called Q107. That's where that's where they play all the classic rock.
Mm-hmm. So it's a classic rock station.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you from, Mario?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And it's very, very cold out here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it certainly is.
It's raining here.
It's chilly here, Mario, but you'd probably think it was springtime compared to you.
What's the weather like out there where you are?
In New York right now, I'll tell you right now. Hang on a second. In New York, it's 28 degrees in my town.
Wow.
Right now.
Yeah, that's like springtime.
But tomorrow the high is gonna be 45. Monday the high is gonna be 55. Tuesday is gonna be 61. Wednesday is gonna be 66.
Yeah, we're gonna start hitting the high numbers too as well.
Yeah.
Thank God for that.
Crazy.
I can't take any more snow, guys. I really
Oh
can't.
yeah, I'm done with it too. I think I want to move further south. I think I want to go to Nashville.
Yeah, somewhere nice and warm.
It's 57 here right now.
Yeah,
Santa Cruz,
I
California.
wasn't talking to you, Johnny.
It's raining.
Yeah, I know.
That's you know what? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, brother. That's great for you guys to have rain.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I
So
know.
Mario, what do you want to talk about, buddy?
Oh, anything EVH, guys. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. I love listening to you guys talk, and you guys are very, very informative. I appreciate all the info that you swing our way.
Oh well, it's our pleasure. We enjoy talking about it, and we enjoy entertaining you guys. We're entertaining ourselves too because we're just a bunch of fans like you are.
Yeah.
It's just that Johnny and I have a little bit of time to actually put this on the air, but we're as geeky as you guys are too.
Oh yeah, and
Same.
I know I can speak for myself, and I love it. I absolutely love it, and I've been saying it for years that I wish there was like a radio station or even a magazine that came out with all the stuff about Eddie. It would be incredible, and you guys did it. You guys did it.
An online. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is almost like we're doing like a show. People call this a show. People say, "Oh, I love your show," and I'm like, "Show? What are you talking about?" I just turn my computer on. I call these guys up. I hit live. I hit it records. To me, it's not a show, but
it's just a bunch of friends that have never met, hanging out, talking. That's all it is. It's almost like we're in the same room, just bullshitting with each other.
Well,
it ends up that the three of us, for the most part, have a lot of info on this one subject, and subjects that pertain to it. Even as far as different gear and just other things. Music in general, but. If it wasn't for Van Halen and Eddie Van Halen in particular, the three of us probably would never have talked to each other.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a lot of other guys too who love talking about this stuff, and
and
you see people on Facebook, talking about it all day long, like the same things over and over and over, and that's kind of like what we're doing here. I mean, it's just. We talk about these different subjects, or we tend to keep it. It's been guitar related, really, lately. But it can go either way. Like we've been talking to people. We had Paul Unkert on here. The guy who built a bunch of Eddie's original Kramers, the Hoffer Teacher. The one in the music video.
Yeah,
Paul made that guitar.
I missed that one.
Oh, you can catch it. You just go to Johnny's YouTube page and you'll catch it. It's really a really good one. It's really informative, and to actually talk to the guy that made Eddie's guitars throughout the 80s, and including his mate, the 5150 and the 1984. To talk to him. Your hair on your arms start to stand up because he's an iconic guy. And I'm not even speaking because he's a buddy of mine. He's a friend of mine. So, I have a little bit different of a relationship with him than most people, but, I still look up to him. It's like, I can't believe that this guy is my friend, and this is the same guy that stood right next to Eddie Van Halen as he handed him these guitars. Hey, I just made this for you.
Mm-hmm. What about the one you're holding? Did he make that one?
Yeah, he made this guitar.
Even though there is photos of Eddie building the guitar, he didn't build it, right?
No, he did not build it. That was all for a photo op.
Did we ask Paul about that?
Yes, Yes, I did talk to Paul about that. The only thing that Eddie Van Halen did on this guitar was see these dots,
The circles.
the circles, all the dots of black. After the guitar was fully painted, Eddie took the body and made those dots and actually pissed Paul Unkert off, because the guitar was completely done. And Eddie, was in a mood one day and just put these dots all over the guitar. And it ended up being iconic. People love it, but Paul was like, "Well, thanks for ruining this paint job." But at the same time, it has Eddie Van Halen all over it, because Eddie took the paint and did that. So
The photo shoot that we're talking about.
Yes, the photo shoot that we're talking about. There's different photos of Eddie putting different parts of this guitar together. But there was always a guy right next to him, just off camera, to finish the part that after the photo was taken, the guy that worked at Kramer would put the guitar together. And they would take another photo of whatever came next of Eddie trying to,
And they
put it
did
together.
they did the same thing when they made the PV Wolfgang.
Yes.
They did a photo shoot with Eddie like he was making it with Hartley, and it was the same deal where somebody was in the back actually putting the guitar together. But yeah. There's some cool photos like photo shoot of the that's what that's called, the Neptune.
Yeah, and it's the fans that actually called it the Neptune guitar, because it was the only reason it's called that is because of that photo shoot of Eddie in Neptune, New Jersey, building it. That's the only reason it's called the Neptune guitar. No one else would have known that. Paul Unkert didn't know that this was called the Neptune guitar. To him, it was just a guitar with the polka dots on it. Oh, that Kramer guitar that Eddie put the polka dots on. That's how he would call it.
Because there are photos of him actually like painting it, spraying it, but it's all staged.
Yes, correct.
It's called Eddie Builds an Axe and Makes It Look Easy, is what the article was called. And it actually shows him like routing. And this photo shoot, it was in different magazines. It was in, I remember first seeing it in a Guitar World with Yngwie on the cover from '86.
I remember that too. I didn't remember the cover, but I remember it being in Guitar World.
Yeah, that's the one where they had this in it. But it was also maybe in maybe Young Guitar, maybe. Guitar 85. These are shots part of a series. Okay, it was also part of a series of the authorized biography of Eddie Van Halen, which would have been a Steven Rosen article, if you know who he is. Yeah. But yeah, maybe on Friday we should ask Paul some more questions about that.
Yeah,
show him the photos. See, ask him if he was there. Well, I guess if he was making that, maybe he was there, but he's not in the photos.
No.
Dennis and Floyd Rose.
I think it was Dennis and Andy Papicchio, right?
And Floyd.
And Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
What you want? Do you hear my cat meow?
Yeah. Is that the orange one?
Yeah, the big one, the bigger of the two. Yeah.
I saw one of them sitting back there a little earlier. So, Mario.
Yes, sir.
You're still here.
Yes.
Hey, so what was your first? What was the first Van Halen concert you ever saw? Have you seen them?
My very first one was the 2007 tour.
Nice.
Cool.
I saw it with David Lee Roth. I never got a chance to see them. I was supposed to go to both shows in '95 at the amphitheater, but lost my job. Couldn't afford the tickets, so couldn't go. Then I saw them. When was it? I saw them in '97 too with Gary, and then just this past summer at the Molson Amphitheater.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is when I went down to Toronto, downtown Toronto, I went early on purpose so I can hear them like rehearsing and stuff. And when I got out there, one of the security guards told me that by accident one of the construction workers cut off all the electrical to the Molson Amphitheater.
Oh my God.
So the power to the Molson Amphitheater was out for hours and hours and hours and hours. And it only came on like an hour before the start of the show.
No kidding.
So I was pissed. I went out there extra early just so I can hear them rehearse, and never got to.
Wow.
And that was the one. That was which tour was that? The last 07?
No, it was just this one past year. 15.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I went to one of the Jones Beach shows, and I went extra early to hear them sound check, and I guess I was there around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and the first thing you hear is Alex getting on the drums, and he actually warms up for a good 25 minutes before the rest of the guys get there. So he's actually doing his whole drum solo, and playing beats and stuff, and it's really freaky to hear that. And then the next thing you hear is Eddie doing his thing, and he plays just little bits and pieces of Eruption, and or his guitar solo, and he's checking his sound, making sure his amps are working. But it takes a while before they actually play a couple of songs. Like they were just noodling around for a good hour, and then they played four bits of 4 songs, and during Drop Dead Legs, Eddie broke the D-tuner on that White Relic Wolfgang.
The D-tuner.
Yeah, the D-tuner. Yeah, he broke that and the saddle. The saddle cracked.
Wow.
Because I'm listening to the song, and he's trying to get it back into where it goes from D back into E. So say it's depressed in D right now. He's doing this, pushing it in, and it only got to like E, slightly under E flat. And he couldn't get it to work. So, and Tom Weber, his tech, is a buddy of mine. So I was trying to get to talk to him, and I'm texting him, and he's like, "I can't right now. I'm in the tour bus trying to fix Eddie's main guitar before he goes on the stage. He wants to play this guitar."
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, it was freaky, but he got the guitar together and he fixed it and everything. It was perfect the whole night. So. He used just the one guitar for most of the night.
I could spend hours just listening to them noodle around, even if it's not a concert. Just noodle.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could listen to him, for days and days and days of just exactly noodling around, doing nothing. He's that talented where he could play the worst he's ever played, and I'd still love it.
Well, see, it's just like me. It's like people like they get angry or they start arguing about who's better, Dave or Sammy. But see, it doesn't matter to me. I like it because of the band, the way that they play together as a unit. That's what I expect, right?
Yeah, I agree. To me, it doesn't matter who sings. I don't really care who the singer is. I don't really care who plays bass. It's about Eddie and Alex as far as I'm concerned, and more about Eddie for me,
Exactly.
than anything. I mean, being a guitar player, why wouldn't it be? Yes, I love the music, and I love the whole thing, but I go there to watch Eddie. I don't go there to see Dave Roth jump around and sing out of key. I don't really care. I couldn't care less if he sang out of key the whole night. Doesn't matter to me. They're still going to be one of the greatest rock and roll bands on the planet. I don't care who sings.
I feel the same way. I feel the same exact way. So it really didn't bother me if even if Gary was singing, it didn't matter to me. And I might add that he did a valiant job. He did a
He
very
did, you know, and the thing about it is that he didn't complain about doing the old stuff, the Sammy era or the Dave era. He was happy to just be in the band and sing. You know, yeah, the only thing he really wanted to do was the stuff on the new record, but who wouldn't? But that's one thing, you know, if you're a replacement player in Van Halen, you should want to do all the eras of the music because you're getting paid a lot of fucking money to do that.
Sure.
And you're there to please the crowd. Yes, you want to please yourself too, but you know what? If you're a replacement player, you do whatever you're told to do. You don't make demands and say, "Well, I'm only doing my music."
Exactly.
That's insane. That's insanity.
Yep. Totally agree.
What do you think, Johnny?
Jimmy.
Jason? Jack?
Yeah, I missed that tour. I didn't get to see it. Not that I missed it to miss it. I was touring myself, and so I was gone. I wasn't able to catch it. The '98 tour, the Sharon stuff. Although I did see the MTV broadcast. Some of
from
their
Australia.
First show from Australia.
Mm-hmm.
It was called Live at the 10 Spot. Was their
Yeah.
show at the time, and they would show concert footage, and so I did see that. And then eventually, this was back, you know, when VHS tapes were still bootlegs or whatever. People started sending me bootlegs of the shows. So like like the very last Japan shows. They did a radio show where they broadcast one of their shows on radio.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing that, like actually live, like on the radio. I remember I was getting gas in my car and I was listening to it. I lived in Miami at the time. Anyway, so that tour I didn't get to see in person, but from everybody I heard it from, they said, "Oh, it was awesome."
Yeah, it was a great tour.
Getting to see all those and to hear all these songs that they hadn't heard, you know, maybe even ever, you know, those early ones.
What the first concert? I went to 3 shows that year, 3 Van Halen shows, and the first one that I went to, they broke out "I'm the One," and Eddie gets on the microphone and says, "This is the first time we're playing this song in 20 years." So it was the actual first night that they played "I'm the One."
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded incredible. It was, man, Eddie did not miss a note. I can still hear it in my head tonight, right now. I can hear it in my head the way they played it that night, and it was just insane. So good.
One of their best songs.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What I regret is not seeing what I really wanted to see was the Fair Warning tour, but I never got a chance.
That was the first concert that I ever went to. 1981, Nassau Coliseum. And I don't remember too much because I was 11, but I just it was the first bit of rock and roll that I ever heard, and that's really what made me decide to want to play rock guitar. I had been playing guitar since I was 5, I believe, 5 or 6, around there. But, you know, chords, you know, just jangly, you know, little stupid stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And then I saw that concert, and I really wanted to be that guy. Wanted to be that guy jumping around on stage with the red guitar. It was incredible.
My favorite VH album to date is Fair Warning. It's so dark and tasty. I just love it.
Yeah. His tone was fantastic. You know, just his just everything about him. You know, he wasn't in the best of like his space. He was pretty pissed off at that time. You know, he wasn't He wasn't in the best headspace, but his music shined. It was amazing. Amazing.
Oh, I think it's his best guitar work ever. Like, in my opinion, ever.
It's one of the best. It's arguably the best record. You're right, but there's good stuff about every one of them. There's like there's great stuff on every record. There's some type of stuff on every record, but most of it is just forget it. It's just top notch.
I think my least favorite album would have to be Diver Down.
Maybe. I think his guitar tone on that was also excellent. It's probably the least amount of overdrive he had on any amp, and still the amp sang, and his tone was fantastic. Just, great. The recordings were great. I don't really care for some of the songs. Maybe one or two I didn't care for. But I love that record too.
Oh, they had, no question, they had some great stuff on there, but I didn't get the fact that they had to do so many cover tunes all on one album.
Well, they didn't like it either. That was Roth and the record company wanted them to do it.
Yeah.
But and I don't even know if it was Roth. I think it was the record company that said, "Listen, you're doing this."
I think the reason why there's so many cover tunes on that is because they released Pretty Woman as a single before they even made that album, right?
Yeah.
Pretty Woman was released, and actually this was before Intruder was even recorded. So if you ever hear the original version of Pretty Woman, meaning the 40, like what we said, like what, 5 hours? How long has the video been on? Like what we said hours and hours ago about the 45. If you have the 45 version of Pretty Woman, the song starts with a simple bass drum beat. It goes dunk and then dun and then it goes into it. And you never hear that anywhere else except on the original single, right? So on the album, so what they did was they released Pretty Woman just as a single, just at the beginning of the year, just to let people know they were still around. And the single did really well. So Warner Brothers said, "You guys need to make a record." And so I think the quickest way they could do that was to just do cover tunes.
Right. They only had a few songs that were worthy of being on a record at the time.
They had some that they had already had, like "Hang 'Em High." They had back from the original from the 70s.
Yep.
But it had a different name. It was what was it? "Hang 'Em High." Was it Last Night? Yeah, it was called Last Night, I believe. The original demo, if you check out the 77 demos, there's a song called I think it was Last Night, and that was "Hang 'Em High." And then what else? I don't know. I know a few cool things about that. If you listen to the very, when the album starts, it's "Where Have All the Good Times Gone?"
Mm-hmm.
Right? The beginning of that, if you listen to it, it's actually backwards. And what that is the very ending of Secrets. Just reversed.
Oh yeah, I think I read that somewhere. Yeah, that's true.
I heard it when I was a kid because I've always done my own home recording and I had a 4-track cassette Tascam player when I was a kid. I used to rent them to do recordings. Now I have one. I'm actually talking through a Tascam right now, but I used to rent these recorders from like a music store or something and have them for like a weekend and just be recording my own stuff. And so I used to take cassettes. I used to play cassette because you can play cassettes backwards, So I used to play Van Halen tapes backwards just to hear what they sounded like. And I remember I discovered it's like, whoa, the very beginning. I was listening to maybe Good Times Gone backwards. And all of a sudden, it gets to the end of the backwards version, which is really the beginning, and all of a sudden, whoa, that's the ending of Secrets. So anyway, that was something they did something they did on that. And what else was I able to hear? Another cool thing I was able to hear was you can do this now with any studio setup. You can actually do this, but at the time when I was a kid, I used to have like you know, you'd have, you know, one of these kind of things, and I would have like headphones.
Yeah.
I can
I
actually
remember
show
that.
you this stuff. I've got all this stuff sitting here. I used to have like you know, something like this, and I remember I had one that was broken, right? So I would plug it in. Well, I would just plug it in. Maybe it was like busted here, but like bigger, and I would put it into to my record, like my stereo, or what was I using then? Tape decks or whatever, and I'd be able to hear songs. What you would say now would be like a karaoke version of a song.
Wow.
Now you can do this with any kind of studio recording technology. I can do this to anything now on my computer, but at the time I discovered this, and so I was able to hear all the Van Halen albums basically with all the vocals gone, and it was just the music.
I
Right.
never actually heard that.
Yeah, yeah. And so, but we're talking about the Diver Down though. I remember listening to Pretty Woman in this way, with the vocals gone, and you can actually hear like Eddie does a guitar overdub in the chorus of Pretty Woman, which you really can't make out. I mean, if you really listen to it, you can hear it. But in this version, with me having the busted headphone, I was able to hear the overdub that he did on that, and it's really cool. It's really. I can actually make that.
It's amazing. It sounds cool.
Yeah, I'll make a version of it and let you guys hear it and hear what it sounds like. It's really neat. It's
Do
really
they-
cool to.
Do you
What was
know
that?
if they have, do you know if they have like an app that you can put on your iPad or your phone or something like that for that kind of stuff?
To do that?
Yeah,
Maybe.
because
Maybe.
that's awesome to like break down the guitar parts without hearing the vocals.
Well, yeah. See what it does, basically. I mean, the whole thing, the technology, and yeah, it's probably like a karaoke app, is what it is. There's probably some sort of karaoke app out there where you can load songs in, and of whatever song, and all it does is it basically anything that's mono. It takes anything that's mono out, and generally vocals are mono, so that's why the vocals are gone. That's why they disappear.
Oh, okay.
And everything else that's like stereo, it brings it back mono. So I think I'm explaining this right. But anyway, it's a really cool, it's a great tool to be able to like to learn the guitar parts or whatever, but also just to be able to hear stuff that you would never have heard otherwise. Stuff that's too buried in the mix.
Hmm.
You know, it jumps right out, and it's like, whoa, you know. And here's something. I swear this. I don't know. I remember thinking this when I was a kid. I'll have to listen to it again. But right before the chorus for Pretty Woman, this is what I thought. You can actually hear, and I know I said it takes the vocals out, but you can actually hear David Lee Roth laughing right before the chorus comes in, or I don't mean the chorus, the bridge, you know, the Pretty Woman, stop a while, talk a while, you know, that part. You can actually hear like a laugh in
So
there.
you hear all those goodies and stuff like that you don't normally hear.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of that, I've heard all kinds of stuff. When they recorded Jump, they recorded it as keyboards, bass, and drums. Obviously, there was no guitar. The guitar was added later. But during the original session for the song Jump, you can actually hear Roth with them singing along, scatting, but he's like making up lyrics. He's singing different words, and he's actually like doing like screams and howls and stuff that weren't even in the actual album.
Oh, that's cool.
But
Go ahead, John.
one of those did come through. Like, you know how at the very beginning of Jump, you hear like a vocal of his like way down below, like a scream or something.
Yes.
That was actually from the original. I believe from the original session before. Like it leaked through.
Wow.
Like like someone else's track or something.
Hmm. I have the Eat 'Em and Smile record. I have outtakes from that. Well, as they were recording it, where it's the same thing. Roth is in the control room doing his vocals, and it's just him scatting, and some of the words are on the records, and some of them are not.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It's him and Steve Vai.
Yes.
And there's some other songs too, right? There's some songs on there that weren't even on the album.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool stuff. It's cool stuff. Yeah, I've heard all kinds of tracks from all those. I was even telling you that stuff, Dave. How I'm like, oh, whoa! I just heard the end of what was the song? A lot of those songs that faded out, I've heard the endings too. Like I've heard the end of Jump, like in the actual ending where they end the song.
Right.
And most of those endings, they're just like they mess up, like they stop, like somebody stops playing, and then so the original version is just faded.
Yeah.
What was the coolest one though? Mean Street.
Yeah.
I've heard the end of Mean Street, where it actually ends with like a whammy dive, like.
That's cool.
Is there any way that, or anywhere you can find those?
Yes, yeah, you can look up on YouTube isolated, like guitar isolated version. Somebody released them several years ago, many years ago. But there are versions that you can find.
It's not every song. There's like probably a dozen songs that you can do isolated guitar tracks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not every song there is, but certain ones.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Jump. Never a big fan of that song.
Well,
that was the first song I ever heard.
With me, I'll take whatever I can get. Eddie Van Halen, I'll take whatever I can get. And if it's Eddie playing the keyboards, so be it. It's fine.
But you just said some of their songs sucked.
Yeah, and yes, but that doesn't mean that I won't listen to them.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, the two songs that when I first heard them, when the Carnal Knowledge album, before it came out, they did a live broadcast from the studio over the radio, and where they talked in between each song, and two of the songs they played that night from the album, that when I first heard them, I was kind of like, I don't know, were In and Out and Man on a Mission, right? Mm-hmm. So all these years, I've heard those songs, on the album, whatever. And then there's this guy who he bought a DAT tape, I believe, from Andy John's estate or something. And he was the guy that produced the album, and he's since passed away. He passed away a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But so this guy he's a Van Halen collector, and he gets a hold of this DAT, and it has Man on a Mission and In and Out on it. But they're actually versions from or for the Right Here, Right Now live album, right? And if you guys know the story, that whole album was re-recorded in the studio. It was basically them re-recording every track. So on this DAT tape is these two songs, but a couple of them are instrumental versions, right? So I guess what I'm saying though is when I finally heard those songs instrumentally, I was like, whoa, they're actually better, much better. And I like the songs a lot better now after I've heard them instrumentally.
You know that I have those two singles, the radio versions?
Mm-hmm.
I have them on disc. They're collector's items.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. From the live one?
No, from the studio.
Man on a Mission. What did that one look like? That was the. I'm trying to think what the cover looked like for that.
They're just I didn't get, because I had a friend of mine who I used to work with, and I used to get all my Van Halen rarities from this guy, and he got them for me, but it didn't come with the covers, so it's just the discs.
Are they actual singles, or are they the radio station singles?
They're
where they
the
say promo?
radio station singles.
So they say promo on them, and they're probably like really, the discs are like really like a mirror.
Yes.
Like you open it up and you look at the bottom, and it's like a mirror. Unlike a regular CD, you can actually see your reflection perfectly. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have so there might be like an edit version. Man on a Mission edit.
Possibly. Oh, I have them in my boxes, so they're all protected. I haven't looked at them for like years, and I got that one single, that one disc where it came in a tin can, and it was a round tin can, and it had the Van Halen symbol on the top of it, and it was a blue can. It's incredible.
The blue one.
I've never seen anything like that.
That was Amsterdam.
Was it?
I think blue was Amsterdam. There was a gold one, there was a black one, there was a blue one.
Yeah, I have the blue one.
And the tins, they're a part of a set where they had regular CD singles, and then you could buy the tin, and then when you bought the other single, you could take that out and put it in the tin with the other CD. So it made the tins 2 CDs.
Yeah, and there was and underneath the disc there was a foam on the bottom, so it protects the discs.
Yeah. What that was you would put the CDs in between. You'd put the foam in between the 2 CDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue one was Amsterdam.
But I thought that was really, really neat, man.
The gold one was Don't Tell Me. The black one was Can't Stop Loving You, and the blue one was Amsterdam.
That's amazing that you even know that, because this is the first I'm hearing about it.
And they were from was it the UK? They were imports. They weren't from the US.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know where he got them, but he was this guy was well connected, and I lost his number, so I can't really call him up and order more stuff, but that's where I used to get all my Van Halen rarities. It's from him.
That's cool. Yeah, out here in California, the record stores are amazing. If you've ever heard of Amoeba Music, you can get, well, back then in the 90s, you would find all that stuff at those types of stores, or before the internet, you used to find a lot of stuff if you have a really great record stores, you could find that stuff, or they could order it for you.
Is that place still around or no?
Who, me? Amoeba?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's the biggest record store in California. There's the one down in Hollywood, Amoeba, and then there's the Hollywood one. And then we have several up here. There's a San Francisco one, there's a Berkeley one, and a what's the other one? Concord? No, that's Rasputin's. That's another. Rasputin's and Amoeba were the two.
That's pretty amazing, because there's no such thing as record stores in New York.
And I mean vinyl. Vinyl. People are jealous that I could just go into a store and find anything on vinyl.
Hey, do you guys know that one rarity that they came out with it was called the Looney Tunes album, and it came on red vinyl?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. My buddy got it for me, and it was still sealed.
Dang.
I got that, and he also got me a 1984 copy album with all their signatures on it.
That's cool.
Whoa. Awesome.
Very cool. Good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, the Looney Tunes is a cool album. I've had like 3 or 4 of those over the years, but yeah, that was just a promo for that first album. It was an EP. It wasn't the full record.
Yeah, I also got the Balance as well on vinyl.
Here's a cool story, real quick. The first copy of Balance on vinyl that I ever owned was actually delivered from Sammy Hagar himself to this record store that I used to shop at in this town called Mill Valley. Sammy lives just up the street, but on weekends I used to go to this shop in Mill Valley. It was called what was the store called? Village Music. It was called Village Music, and their logo was a picture of Cab Calloway, if you know who he is. And everybody used to shop there. It was all vinyl. The place was packed with stuff. Elvis Costello would shop there. Huey Lewis would shop there. I was actually in there one day when Sammy came in to shop, but I was in a back room, and the owner knew that I really dug, Sammy, so he didn't tell me because I was a kid. So it wasn't until I came back out, he was like, well, Sammy was just in here, and I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me? But anyway, when Balance first came out, Sammy hand-delivered vinyl copies of that to the shop, and that was one of the copies that I bought. Was from that delivery. And also, Sammy gave him a Balance Hagar guitar pick, a Michael Anthony Balance guitar pick, and a signed Balance promo, like one of those window things where it has the suction cup.
Yeah.
You stick it in the window, and it's the Balance with the 4 photos of them, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was assigned. It had Sammy's signature on it, and he gave those. He brought those and gave those to the store owner, and the owner gave them to me.
Nice.
So I remember. I still have the pics. Well, I still have all the stuff. But the pics might actually be sitting. Here, I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I got the pics sitting right here. Because Dave has his collection of guitar picks, and I've got a little collection of picks. Here's the 2 picks that Sammy gave to the guy. And remember, this is before the Balance tour. This is before the album even came out. So.
Nice.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And then the back says Balance.
That says Red Rocker on it?
Yeah.
On one side?
Red Rocker.
Oh, that's very cool.
There's the Sammy one. And then this is the Mike one.
Yeah.
And this was, again, this is before even the tour even started. This is before the album even came out. They had their picks made and everything. So that was
very cool.
That was awesome. And I think Nesdal is about to expire.
Well, I just took my insulin and I haven't eaten dinner. I'm kind of like.
I haven't eaten dinner yet either.
Yeah, but you're kind of normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's only 10 to 10 here. Right, Howie? Are you guys both on East Coast time?
Yeah. 12:48 over here.
Yeah, same here.
Oh man. Well, hey, I guess we should. Alan had a comment real quick. Alan Garber. Hey Johnny, sorry I missed out on this video. One suggestion is that I might like to try to maybe do a hangout with. Alan Garber would like to do a hangout with us and anybody else, and this focus on solos. Like have a hangout with a bunch of us in here, and we can show people how to play like certain solos or something. He says kind of like what I do in my clips. I do some guitar lesson stuff. Okay. Did any of that make sense? What I just said?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Alan Garber. Yeah, he wants us to do a hangout where each of us teaches how to do like a solo or something. I guess like a Van Halen solo. Well, I was showing you guys how to play James Bond tonight.
Yeah.
About 6 hours ago. But hey, cool. Okay, well maybe we'll call it because I know it's late where you guys are. And I need to eat, and my phone died. My phone is dead, so once my phone dies, it's over.
It's all over.
It's all over, dude. Well, hey, cool, Mario. Hey, great to finally talk to you, man.
You guys as well. You guys as well.
Yeah, because we see you on Facebook all the time, and yeah, thank you for the support, like sharing the links and all that stuff.
Oh, no worries. I have to, guys, because we have to get the word out there. We have to. It's very important to me because down where I am at, I hardly see or hear of any Van Halen fans. It's all like rap, hip hop, and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very rare. So.
Well, welcome to our circle.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for doing what you guys are doing. It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thank you for watching again. Thank you for sharing the stuff. Yeah, you're welcome anytime, man. Anytime you want to jump in on one of these things and talk to us, talk to anybody who's in. That's the thing. We welcome anybody into these. Anybody. If you're watching, there's people that have been watching us all night, constantly. Yeah. Anybody. If you're watching this either right now live, if you're watching this in the future on a video, if you actually make it this far through the video, you're welcome to join us in these things and talk about this stuff or talk about guitars, music. I mean, whatever you want. You know, we like to talk about a lot of different. I mean, we do these videos and it's all, you know, oh, those guys in their Van Halen gun, ugh, you know. Although we do, you know, when we're not doing these things, we actually talk about other stuff.
Yeah, it just doesn't get posted in the Van Halen groups. That's all.
Yeah, because we like you're saying, Mario. There's a lot of people who really dig watching this stuff because of the Van Halen content of it. So.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
So I guess it is kind of like a show, huh?
It is a show. I view it as a show.
Cool. Yeah, I guess I'll start calling this a show.
Well, to me, it is a show. So.
Yeah.
Well, then I need to know where our money is.
It's in this pocket right here.
Oh, that's so funny. Listen, I have a great time, and I consider it a show as well. You know, it just.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another way
fun.
just to talk about this stuff. Because, like I said, people, we all see it. Everybody talks about this stuff all day long on Facebook. The same thing every day, whatever. And I see, you know, instead of, you know, joining in on that, which I do occasionally, but I see everything. I think doing this is a cool way to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and we invite anybody.
And to bring a lot of facts into
yeah.
what everyone thinks they know. You know, it's a lot of what we talk about is actual fact.
Yeah, we make sure
instead of guessing what's been done and said and blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's one of the things is what we know what we're talking about. So everything, hopefully, like I hope that Blue 10 was in Amsterdam. I if I got that wrong, I'll be getting hate mail.
Hey, you know what, John? I forgot about it. Now you're making me curious again. Now I'm gonna have to dig it out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, Johnny, and if you've ever watched any of the Star Trek movies, there's one part, and I think it's Star Trek 4, where they need to go back in time, and Spock is coming up with the mathematics, and Dr. McCoy says, "I trust your guess better than I trust most people facts." Well, that's the way I feel about you. I trust your best guess better than I trust most people facts on this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I am kind of a nerd for this stuff. Although I don't. What's the word? I don't act like I know everything.
Well, yeah, you're not a know-it-all. You're very modest.
Well, yeah, I mean, some people online, they're like, "Oh, I know everything about this. I know, and they think, yeah, I don't. That's the last thing I want to do.
You're not a know-it-all. Stick your chest out type of guy. You're just you're a guy with a lot of facts, and you like to share. That's all. You should like to share them.
Well, like the stuff you were just talking about, like the blue tin, like the tins, or like whatever I was telling you about, some of that stuff. A lot of the stuff I would never bring up. I would never talk about any of that stuff. But if I get a question about something, I'll answer it.
Yeah, I mean, I never, I think I'm pretty knowledgeable too, but I never knew about the tins. Never knew about it. That's all new information for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cool.
And you never stop learning. That's the thing. That's what makes this cool. No matter how much you think you know, you never stop learning. You never stop learning new stuff. There's always going to be someone out there that knows a little bit more than you. So you got to be able to listen.
Yeah, and you're all welcome to join us on these things and talk about this stuff, and if you enjoy it. You know, and that's what I was going to say though about doing these videos. You can go on Facebook and you can type back and forth with somebody nonstop, blah 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 blah. You know, but I see like doing these videos as another form of that, but a much, I don't want to say cooler, but better. It's just another way to talk about this stuff, but it's more like, yeah, it's like a show. It's just like watching. I don't know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's just another way. It's another way to talk about this stuff, but make it more entertaining than just typing.
It's entertaining, exactly, and everyone can get their points across without getting frustrated. You know, because when you're typing stuff to people, or when people are typing stuff to you, you don't know the way. You can't read the intent behind it.
Right.
But when
right.
What the hell is this? But you know, when you're on here, I mean, it's like a conversation. You can hear all the intent behind everything. You can hear how someone could be modest when they're talking, how they can be humble, or how they can be an asshole. That's just the way it is. It's live.
But I take it, guys, as when I first started watching you guys on the video here, I learned quite a lot of stuff that I didn't know myself as well, and I truly appreciate what you guys are doing, and it's just amazing.
Well, thank you so much, Mario. We really appreciate that, and we appreciate you and everyone like you that are behind us and and with us. Not even behind us, you're with us.
I appreciate that.
Because it is fun, and if it wasn't for guys like you that comment on it, shit, me and Johnny would just be talking to each other, and we'd be bored with each other by now.
You don't even know, Mario, how bored I am of this guy. You know, we have a great time though.
But serious, with all you guys know about the Eddie and the group and stuff like that, there's no time to be bored. You know.
Well, that's Johnny and I are on the phone with each other probably three or 4 hours a day.
Wow.
Well, at least tonight we were on this.
Well, like between all the calls, like we call each other like a few times a day.
Like we always have some new, like, oh, like you were talking about. Did you mention that guitar yesterday?
The Garolitis guitar or the white guitar?
Garolitis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mention it at all. And you know what? I wasn't going to I'm not going to put anything on the internet. But the cool thing is I was allowed to.
Or that you saw it. Let's just say you saw it.
Okay.
Let's just say Dave saw one of Eddie's guitars yesterday, and so see something like that. Like he would call me up, like, "Hey, just guess what I just saw," kind of thing. And yeah. Don't show the photo.
Okay.
Don't show it.
I was just looking at it.
No, because they said don't show that. So no. But yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, we learn things every day. We learn stuff, and we tell each other. Like I told him today. That I don't know if I guess I said this hours ago. There was a Kramer called the 918V.
Oh yeah, sure.
Nobody knew what that meant. Everybody's like, "What does that mean? What does it mean?" And I figured it out today. That 918V is another police code here in California for a mental patient, but the V stands for violent. Like a really violent escaped dude. Like 5150 was the one that they used for just somebody that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, yeah.
But one that's crazy and violent is a 918V. A 918. So it's the same deal. It's the same Eddie, his, deal with that stuff. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Now I know.
So, and now you know, see?
Yeah, it's cool.
And the 6 people looking at us right now you guys know too.
That's something I didn't know today, yeah.
But seriously, if you want to jump in on these, watch this. You just need a Google Plus account. You add me to your circles. Google Plus has circles. Like Facebook has friends. Google Plus has circles. And you just add me to your circle. I'll add you into one, and you can jump in. Bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
You know, you can jump in or comment. You know, I post these things all over Facebook and the different Van Halen groups. Anywhere you're watching this on Facebook, you can just comment below, and I'll get a notification of that comment, like the one Alan left. Or you can comment on the video itself in the comments, and I'll get those. And we can any questions we can just address whatever you have. And yeah, we like to do these things all the time. You know, people dig them, like Mario here.
Yeah.
People dig watching them, and I don't know. Like if we do like a 2-hour video, do you actually watch the whole 2 hours?
Yeah, I do actually.
Well, there you go. Somebody does.
Put it this way: when I miss one of these, I get pissed off because I missed one.
Wow. Well, you do know you can
Yes.
you can see them after
Yeah.
they're done, right? Okay.
But I
Yeah, I know you like to be here during the live part. I get it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's no more live than what you're on right now, man.
Yeah.
You ain't
This is
kidding.
totally live.
Who else is gonna sneeze and use his hand to wipe his nose during a live thing?
Dave.
Here, shake my hand.
I'm glad you're over there, man.
I already wiped it on my dog.
See, we like to have fun. You know, like I was saying earlier,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do videos and you can just sit there and be some stiff, you know, dude. Or, you know, you can sit here and joke around and say and do whatever. I mean, it's entertainment. That's the main reason
Right.
I dig doing these things. It's just to entertain and to have fun. It's all about just having fun.
And
And-
from
you know?
what I've seen, guys, from what I've seen, like Dave, you, JB, and Rob and Vinny, you guys seem like a whole bunch of guys that are like down to earth, and you guys are like very cool with each other, and I respect that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a great time talking to each other, either you know, one-on-one or in a video like this or whatever. Because these guys, yeah, we like Vinny, he'll message me all the time, ask me questions about stuff or telling me stuff or whatever, and or Dave or Rob or anybody. I mean, there's all kinds of other people who message me all the time, ask me questions and stuff. And some of them I try to get into these things. Like I'll invite anybody who wants to jump in on one of these and talk about this stuff, or if you have a question or whatever, you know, anybody's invited. And yeah, what was the thing? Yeah, we're normal. I'm just some normal dude sitting here with a microphone, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it just makes it so easy these days, the technology, to be able to do this kind of thing. See, that's why I don't consider this a show. I just consider it me turning my computer on, Rob or Dave saying, hey, let's hang out. And I'll be like, okay, what do you want to talk about? Oh, let's talk about this guitar I have here. Okay, all right, give me 10 minutes, create a thing, jump on there, call them up, hit live, bang. You know, it's just hanging out is what it is. And then I guess it just becomes recorded, and then people watch it, and it becomes a show. You know?
It's
I
a great
guess.
show at that.
Tonight's like the behind-the-scenes version.
Yeah, sort of. Although it's way more behind the scenes when we're not on the air. That's the stuff that, you know. I actually did kind of post one of those recently. Remember we did a video where we started it, and then I was like, oh, we have to stop it.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know? Yeah, I ended up leaving that one online.
That's
And
funny.
people dug it. People thought, oh, this is cool, you know.
It's the bloopers. It's like the bloopers and the stuff you don't get to hear.
Mm-hmm. Although once I hit stop broadcast, Mario, you will hear that stuff.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah, because you're on the call with us.
You're on the call with us, and so once I terminate this, you'll hear what Dave really thinks about me. Johnny.
Oh my God. I think you need to hit.
Yeah.
hit
Okay,
the
we'll end
button
it.
now.
We'll end this. Okay, well, awesome. Well, hey, if anybody's, yeah, there's 5 people looking at us.
That's amazing.
We gotta go. 4 people now. I guess they're leaving.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching us tonight, talking about whatever we talked about. I don't even know. Thanks to Vinny for being around. Thanks for Alan Garber for chiming in. Thanks for Paul Roden. Paul
Yeah.
Roden for commenting. Thanks to Mario for for jumping in, and yeah, you're welcome back anytime we do this stuff, Mario.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate
Sure. Stay on the line though,
our
Mario.
guest tonight was Mario.
Don't leave.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I'm gonna say goodbye, but yeah, we'll still be here. It's just the actual tape will be done.
it. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, JohnnyBean.com. That's me, right there. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah. You ever been to my site, Mario?
No, I haven't had the chance yet.
There it is. Right. Am I
That's
there?
cool.
Yeah.
Johnny
That's
Bean.
cool.
JohnnyBean.com. There I am. Yeah. I play guitar. I write my own music.
But I see you guys. I see you guys all the time on YouTube anyway. So I check out all your videos.
Cool. Yeah. I post a lot of different stuff. This Hangout stuff has just been more of a recent thing that I've kind of been doing. I do a lot of guitar lesson stuff. I've done some Van Halen stuff that's actually been pretty
Successful.
pretty looked at, I guess.
Yeah.
They've been featured in like Guitar Player magazine and stuff. Different. I like to vlog. I like to make videos. I like to talk to people on videos. You know,
There's nothing wrong with that, man. That's cool.
it's fun. It's fun. Is she okay? Oh, whoops, was that loud?
My Brandy, yeah, she's okay. She was just, she's moving like she's dreaming.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Cool. Okay, so we'll call it Dave Nesdall.
Yo.
I'll see you.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Mario, thanks for
Yeah.
jumping in, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Alan Garber, Vinny, Paul Rodden,
Rodin.
anybody else who was in here. Rob Johnson, who's already sleeping. We'll never end with it. That will never end. The Paul Rodden thing.
No.
It'll go on and on forever, that thing. And so I hope Paul, I'm sure he appreciates it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Cool. All right, everybody. 3 people. Good night.
See you guys soon.
Jump back in. Yeah, we'll do another one again. We do them all the time. So just subscribe to my channel if you like. It's just Johnny. The channel you're watching this right now. It's Johnny Bean. Subscribe to David Nesdall. Mario, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you do videos?
Yes, I do.
Do people watch your videos?
Not that much. I haven't posted very much, so it's very little.
Okay, but the stuff you have online though, you'd like people to look at?
Oh yeah, I posted all the footage that I recorded from the August 7th show here at the Moss Amphitheater.
Oh, cool. Okay. Subscribe to Mario. I'll put his link down below once we're done. His YouTube page, and yes. Okay, cool, everybody. JohnBean.com. We'll see you next time.
You got it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.